Fratres et sorores carissimi, magna cum anima
and 20. The Rangers, though, have lost 6 straight. Southeastern at 13-17, 18-28, and Oklahoma Baptist at 12-18, 20-23. The Bison, though, have lost 5 straight, and the Bulldogs sitting at 11-18 and 24-20. So again, you look at those 4 teams, kind of jockeying for position for that 7th and 8th final spot for the GAC championships next week. East Central and Southern Nazarene again eliminated from postseason play, but they're 8-22, 14-32 overall. Southern Nazarene just 3-27, 9-38 overall, as they have dropped 13 straight games. As we bring in my partner for the evening, Steve Barrows. Coach, good to be back here with you, and it's amazing. It is the final regular season series for baseball. It's already almost over.
Yeah, and postseason is it midweek or weekend?
Starts next Thursday.
Okay, Thursday. Well, no, I'm just glad the field's here. After last night, I thought, God, tornado west of town, south of town, and of course you and I were out at the Troubadour, and a few of us, and those phones went off all at once, and it was an exciting evening. And there's a lot of damage out west with wheat ground. Just it's sad, but this baseball is about picking you up. So I'm looking forward to this series a lot.
And I will tell you, I'm a little surprised. Like, the field looks great, whatever Coach Bowen and his staff and guys did. I was fully expecting it to just be swampy and everything else in the outfield, because we got absolutely a ton of rain last night, but this looks great.
Yeah, I'm out east, from here probably 5-6 miles, and we had 1.6 inch. So I don't know what was in town, but it came down in buckets there for a little bit.
It certainly did, and again, I know that there is a chance for tomorrow, which again, we'll see how everything goes with tomorrow for the doubleheader. We're going to try and keep everybody updated as best we can, but Rangers come in. They've lost 6 straight, limping in a little bit. Good to be back here at home, though, and again, I know Southwestern, they're kind of fighting for maybe a possible playoff bid. This is a very, very important series for really both teams.
Yeah, and, sometimes kind of limping in maybe isn't always bad. You don't want to peak too soon, so hopefully we can take care of business, qualify for postseason, and then get back on that streak again.
Well, one thing, too, an exciting thing going to be happening before first pitch coming up. The opening pitch is going to be thrown out by former Ranger baseball player Dashel Johnson, who is back in town. He's going to be honored tomorrow as an outstanding graduate for the spring reunion. So congratulations to Dashel. It's a great honor, and letting him throw out the first pitch, and good to see him back.
Yeah, that is exciting, and I did see the award a couple months ago where he was selected for that, and I think he is still maybe working with the either the Astros or the Rangers, perhaps.
He is now in Kansas City.
Okay.
He was with the Rangers, and he's going to come on it here in, I think, the 3rd inning.
Okay,
so
cool.
We're going to get to bring him on and kind of talk to him, see what he has been doing, and, of course, talk about, in the achievement that he's going to receive tomorrow for the Spring Alumni Reunion.
Yeah, and what it meant to be a Ranger baseball player here. And I know he was also a dorm supervisor. I don't forget what the title is now.
Head resident, yeah.
And, of course, you've been there, done that, and, that's a really easy job. Just kidding, obviously.
It was actually, it was a lot of fun getting to work with. That was kind of how I got to know, obviously, Dash a little bit better, was working with him through housing. I know he had Amit and I had Coronado Hall, and I know he's probably thinking, hey, I've got a much better gig now than I did then.
Yeah, if you can survive a head resident, you can pretty much, survive anything. But no, it's good to have him back. Is that him down there in the red sleeves? I can't.
It is. That is him. Yeah,
Yep.
he'll be coming out to throw the first pitch here pretty shortly. Is one thing before we get going here tonight. When you look at the overall series between these two, Southwestern again does lead the overall series 24-13. Now that dates back to 1997. The two teams did not play from 97 until 2013, and the Bulldogs got off to a really great start against the Rangers when they entered Division II, but as of late, though, the last 12 matchups, Northwestern has been 9-3 against the Bulldogs. The last 10, the Rangers are 7-3, and again, Southwestern is 11-7 against Northwestern in Weatherford. They're also 13-6 here in Alva, so this is a team that has had some success here at Myers Stadium.
Yeah, and I guess Southwestern would have to be considered our longest rivalry, in university athletics. And of course, when we were in the Sooner Athletic Conference, they were not. So my 11 seasons, we played Southwestern on occasion, but they were not a rival. And of course, they're just 2 hours down the road. And I know administrators, speak often with each other and to compare things. And so they're a little bit, 3 times our student enrollment, perhaps. Right there on I-40 in Weatherford, nice community and good folks down there. So this is, it doesn't surprise me that it's so even, I guess, of recent years that any team can take it, I guess.
No doubt. And you look at the Rangers, of course, they're led by 8th-year head coach Ryan Bowen, 184 and 174. And again, his 8th season at the helm. Southwestern does have a new head coach after Zach Saunders departed last year for his retirement. J.R. Head took over the program. Again, that was back on June 19th, 2024 was when he was introduced. He's the 5th head coach in the Division II era. He is the 8th all-time, and of course, he is in his first season at the helm of this program. They had 16 new additions and 19 returners for their 35-man rosters. They had to replace 3 All-Great American Conference selections from a year ago. This is a team a year ago that went 25-24 and were 14-19 in Great American Conference play. Let's get to the starters for today's matchup, starting first with the Bulldogs. Leading off and playing second will be number 9, Sean Mansour. Batting second, the DH, number 33, Bodie Waller. Batting third, the center fielder, number 3, Gage Gaunt. Hitting cleanup, the third baseman, number 12, Ty Eastwood. Batting fifth will be the shortstop, number 7, Marcus Coronado. Batting sixth, left fielder, number 6, Campbell Sullivan. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 8, Reese Burke. Batting eighth, the first baseman, number 5, Connor Jeffers. And hitting ninth will be the catcher, number 15, Eric Fufulis. Again, getting the start today for Southwestern will be the 6'5" right-handed junior out of Spring, Texas, number 11, Josh. It'll be Josh Dolich. For the Rangers, leading off and playing left field, a little bit different today for Dylan Bradford. Carson Wright will hit second and DH. Connor Green will hit third and play first. Hitting cleanup will be the right fielder Chad Green. Chase Gordon and catching will hit fifth. Hagen Barcelo and playing second will hit sixth. Colby Grace will hit seventh and play third base. Harley Schaefer will hit eighth and play short. And hitting ninth will be the center fielder Trevor Sayre. Getting the start for the Rangers today, the 6-foot freshman right-hander out of Alto, New Mexico, number 21, Logan Sandoval. So that is your starters here for today's matchup. As we get closer to the first pitch, we're going to take a timeout, come back, we'll have the national anthem and the opening pitch coming up next as you're listening to Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Hello, I'm Kai Flater with Great Plains Land Company. I've worked with clients all over the country to secure the best possible deals for their biggest asset, their land. But my favorite work is the work I do for the great people right here in Northwest Oklahoma and Southwest Kansas. If you're looking to sell or purchase land, let me show you how we can plan, market, and work to get you the best deals possible. You can reach me at 580-430-7005. Go Gold Bugs and ride Rangers ride.
You put in the work and every day you go out and prove it again. You're an expert in your field. That's what farmers do every day. They go out and get the job done. If that's you, then Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma wants to thank you. For a livestock or crop loan, equipment loan, ag real estate, or operating loan, we will tailor a loan to your needs. Talk to one of our ag specialists by phone or stop by a branch today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, an equal housing opportunity lender. Online at farmcreditloans.com.
Do you need assistance taking care of yourself or a loved one? Beatles Nursing Home in Alva is here for you. We offer safe, high-quality, affordable nursing care while meeting all care guidelines for living. Call us at 580-327-1274 to learn more about our admissions process to place your loved one in our care. When it's time to choose a nursing home facility, we'll hope you'll consider Beatles Nursing Home, located at 916 Noble Street in Alva.
That was the opening pitch thrown out by, again, former Ranger baseball player Dashel Johnson. A really cool honor for him. As the Rangers head out to take the field, as we are about ready to go, as we're going to have the playing of our national anthem. So we will go to our crowd mic and catch all of the Star Spangled Banner here momentarily.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please rise, remove your caps, and direct your attention to center field as we honor this amazing nation with the playing of our national anthem.
And the final notes of our Star Spangled Banners. We'll take a 30-second break and come back, and the opening pitch between Northwestern and Southwestern is coming up next. This is Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Since 2004, customers in Alva, Oklahoma have trusted K&S Tire for all their automotive needs. With over 40 years of experience in the business, we offer top-quality replacement tires and outstanding vehicle service repairs. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, our skilled technicians have covered you. Drive with confidence and let us keep your vehicle running smoothly. Visit us at knstire.com or come by at 2590 College Boulevard here in Alva, Oklahoma. K&S Tire, where experience meets excellence.
Let's give you the numbers on starter Logan Sandoval for the Rangers. Again, the freshman out of Alto, New Mexico, 5.14 earned run average. He is 3-2. He's made 13 appearances. This will be his 5th start of the year. And again, Sandoval with 1 save. He's gone 35 innings, given up 44 hits, 20 runs, all 20 of those earned, 12 walks to 26 strikeouts. Teams are hitting .308 against Logan Sandoval this season. Sandoval against left-handed hitters this year. They're 13 of 32 against him, hitting .406. Right-handers are 30 of 108, hitting .278. I've got just some other numbers for you. And again, against leadoff hitters, for the Bulldogs, again, Mansour will lead things off. Leadoff hitters are 14 of 35, hitting .400 against Sandoval this season. As he continues to go through his warm-up pitches here this evening, and really it's turned out to be a pretty nice day. I think 65, 66 weather-wise. The wind is not howling, it's blowing a little bit, maybe 10, 15.
Yeah, it's coming in. So this is kind of a line drive day. Improve your chances. You get it up in the sky, it's gonna hold up. It's not gonna carry at all. But I was just thinking about Sandoval, freshman, and he's only going to get better.
Sure.
And he's pretty salty right now. And as a defense or an infielder, outfielder, he's going to be around the plate. The ball's going to be put in play. So you're going to be very much part of the game out there on defense. And I always kind of like that when I played shortstop.
One thing before we get going, I do want to congratulate Coach Webb and the Northwestern softball team pulling off a big victory today at Harding, knocking off the 23rd-ranked Bisons. They won 2-1 in 7 innings over there in Searcy, Arkansas. Congrats to them and their team.
Yeah.
First pitch is a ground ball to third, fielded by Grace. Throws to first in time for the 5-3 putout. And there's one down on one pitch.
Yep. Oh, I've mentioned it before, but I sure like the footwork of Grace at third. He's a big guy, but he's got really good feet for that position. Yeah, the weather it's cloudy, and I think we're going to get it in. There's more rain that's coming and storms later on tonight, but I think it's supposed to be around 11, 12 o'clock, and we should be over by then.
Bodie Waller steps in and misses at the first pitch. He is hitting .394 as Waller, his 42nd start. 61 hits in 155 at-bats, 30 runs scored. As he's tied for a team lead in doubles as that pitch is inside for ball one. Countyman's up 1-1. Second on the team in home runs with 8 and a team-leading 45 RBIs this season for Waller. And again, his batting average is third best in the GAC as there's a ground ball base hit back up the middle into center. And it's a one-out single from Waller and the first hit of the game for the Bulldogs. So Gage Gott, the center fielder, will step in. He's right behind Waller, hitting .360 this season and in his 44th start. 58 hits, second on the team behind Waller, 161 at-bats, 36 runs scored. Second in doubles with 10. Does have 3 triples, 11 home runs, which leads the team in 44 RBIs as that pitch sails over the head of Gott for ball one.
Yeah, that got away from him out of his hand was his release.
This season with runners on, they're hitting .319, 23 of 72 against Sandoval this year as the 1-0, low and off the plate. Count moves to 2-0 now to Gage Gott.
I mentioned line drives earlier. Well, the single was a hard-hit ground ball, so keeping the ball down today as a hitter is going to be important.
Ground ball could be a double play, 4-6, quickly to 3 in time for the double play, and that will do it. As the Bulldogs go in order here in the first. No runs on a hit, no errors with nobody left on. Bottom of the first we go. Rangers do it when we come back as Dylan Bradford will lead us off as you're listening to Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
To prevent medication.
The Tacoma Farmers Co-op is a proud supporter of Ranger and Goldbug activities since 1916. They have been here to serve you with all your farming and ranching needs with a wide range of goods and services from fuel, hardware, fencing, tires, feed and seed, plus fertilizer. They're here to meet your needs. Choose to trade with a co-op that gives its profits back to you. To learn about the Tacoma Co-op Advantage, stop by one of 5 locations in Moreland, Freedom, Winoka, Jet, and Tacoma, or visit them at tacomacoop.com and get a better service at a better place.
To prevent medication from getting into the wrong hands, it is crucial to store it out of sight and out of the reach of children and visitors. In addition, it is important to dispose of unwanted, expired, and unused medications in a safe manner. For more information, visit okimready.org. That's okimready.org or call 988 Oklahoma's Mental Health Lifeline. This program is funded by Northwestern Oklahoma State University, Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Prevention Services, and Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration.
Josh Dolich again will get the start for the Bulldogs. The numbers on Dolich this season, 7.32 earned run average. He's 2-3. It'll be his 12th start. 51 2/3, 62 hits, 49 runs, 42 earned, 38 walks to 45 strikeouts. Teams are hitting .301 against Dolich this season as Dylan Bradford again will lead it off for the Rangers, followed by Carson Wright and Connor Green. As again, there's no score as we're here in the bottom of the first inning. So Bradford stepping in, and boy, Dylan currently on a 12-game hit streak. That is a season long for him. So let's see if Bradford can continue that. He hits .355 in his 44th start, 61 hits and 172 at-bats, 52 runs scored, 13 doubles, a triple, a home run, and 25 RBIs. First pitch is up and away for ball one to Dylan Bradford. Bradford this season as the leadoff, 32 of 74, hitting .432. As that's ball 2 to Dylan Bradford.
Yeah, make him throw a strike here. I was thinking about, in most cases, jumping early on an opponent proves to be beneficial. So I'd like to see us do that. It's not a guarantee, but let's get after him.
And the 2-0 is outside for ball 3. Dolich now will have to throw a strike here. Against Sullivan in left, Gaunt in center, Burke in right, Eastwood at third, Coronado at short, Mansour at second, and it's ball 4 to Bradford. So a leadoff walk for the Rangers, and they've got a base runner. So Carson Wright steps in, hitting .337 in his 47th start. 64 hits and 190 at bats. That's most on the team. 39 runs scored. Team second on the team at doubles with 15, 2 triples, and leads the team at home runs with 11 and 50 RBIs. First pitch to Wright is high for ball 1, and boy, right now Dolich having a lot of trouble finding the strike zone.
Yeah, after 5 pitches, he's going to have to groove one to get that call probably.
Wright 36 of 112 with runners on, hitting .321 on the year as the 1-0 is tapped right back to the pitcher to the right as Dolich will underhand flip to first on the 1-3 putout. And there's one down, but it does move Bradford to second. As Connor Green will step in now. Connor tops on the team, hitting .356, 46 start, 64 hits and 180 at bats, 33 runs scored, 14 doubles, 5 home runs and 43 RBIs. And Rangers, again, one of the best teams not only in the GAC but in the country as far as doubles go this year. As that pitch was upstairs for ball 1, they've hit 104. Number 1 in the GAC and 12th in all of Division II. Dolich checks the runner and in there for a called strike with a breaking ball. Count evens up 1-1. Almost looked like a called strike 3, wasn't it? On a strike 1.
Yeah, I didn't know if he was going to break out into a break dance or what. Yeah.
Dolich checks the runner. Here's the 1-1. A grounder hit foul down the third base side. It'll be 1-2 now to Connor Green.
He got around him on that pitch, but I don't know that he was really got his arms extended and was planning on driving it anywhere. He just swung early and made contact, so put this in play.
The 1-2 is upstairs. 2-2 is the count now. It's other numbers for the Rangers. They're number 1 in the GAC in batting average at .312. That's 46th in all of Division II. And they average over 2 doubles per game. Number 1 in the GAC, 18th in Division II. They're number 1 in the GAC in hits with over 492, 16th in all of Division II, as that's ball 3 to Connor Green.
Almost looks like he's trying to throw a little too hard, perhaps. Well, I hope I know our soccer coach was just in here. I hope some of the other coaches and athletes are here. This is a big series. Good turnout already. Good Weatherford contingent here.
3-2 to Green. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and there's 2 down. So now stepping in will be Chad Green. Chad this season a .336 hitter. 38 start, 45 hits, and 134 at bats for Chad Green. 10 doubles, 8 home runs, and 32 RBIs. First pitch is low for ball 1. Chad Green this season with 2 outs, 16 of 55, hitting .291. With runners in scoring position, he's 22 of 48, hitting .458. The 1-0. Outside and off the plate, make it 2-0 now to Chad Green. As again, we're bottom of the first inning. No score between Northwestern and Southwestern.
Yeah, just put the ball in play, man. We got a good wheels out there at second.
The 2-0 upstairs for ball 3 to Chad Green. And we start to actually see action in the Southwestern bullpen. It looks like they have the senior right-hander, number 23, Tyler Fortin, up.
Oh, he looks like a southpaw.
3-0 pitch. And that's lifted foul to the right out of play. Count will be 3-1 to Chad Green.
I bet we have some Ranger baseball alum listening in from around the country.
3-1 pitch, a high chopper hit foul down the third base side. So count goes full on back-to-back hitters, 3 and 2 to Chad Green. And Green trying to get the Rangers on the board here early. 3-2 pitch. Inside and off the plate for ball 4. And it's second walk issued by Dolich. And the Rangers have 2 runners on.
Yeah, left hand hitting Gordon coming up. Like our chances here. Pitcher's going to have to be a little bit more precise in his control. Gordon with a smaller zone.
Chase, 31st start, 366 hitter, 37 hits, and 101 at bats. Gordon with runners in scoring position hits 344 this season. As that pitch just a little bit up for ball 1.
Yeah, be selective here. Get you a pitch you want.
The 1-0. Swung out and missed. Count evens up, a ball and a strike to Chase Gordon.
I think that was the one he wanted. He had a full swing. Just, I think, tipped it just a little bit underneath it.
Counts 1-1 to Gordon. Dolich checks the runner at second, now comes home, and that's lifted foul to the left as it gets out of play down the line. Count will be 1-2 now to Gordon. Gordon with 8 doubles, 4 home runs, 19 RBIs, 564 slugging, 20 walks, 31 strikeouts, on-base percentage of .472. The 1-2. Outside, count evens up 2-2 now to Chase Gordon. Gordon this season against right-handers, 34 of 92, hitting .370. The 2-2 pitch. Low for ball 3 as we've got 3 straight full counts now to the Ranger hitters.
And the dangerous Barcelo on deck here.
3-2 pitch. Lifted into left. Going back will be Sullivan. He'll camp underneath it, make the grab for the final out, and that will do it as the Rangers strand 2 here in the first. There were no runs, no hits, no errors with 2 runners left on base. Top of the second we go. Southwestern due up when we come back. You're listening to Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Rangers Sports Network.
Northwestern Oklahoma State University is the university for you. With small class sizes, our professors are focused on you and your education. Located in Alva, Enid, Woodward, the University Center in Ponca City, along with many online options, you can start earning your degree. Call us today at 580-327-1700 or see our options at nwosu.edu. You'll soon find that success lives here. That's Northwestern Oklahoma State University. Ride, Rangers, ride.
818 Diner has consistently provided the city of Alva with quality comfort food and great service since opening in 2019. Join us for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Some of our popular menu items to choose from include the BCB burger, the French dip, and our staples such as Terry's chicken fried steak, Don's hamburger steak, and Joe's chicken tenders. Open Monday and Wednesday through Sunday from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and open for dinner Wednesday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So if you want a variety of menu items and friendly service to give you that local diner feeling, visit 818 Diner right here in Alva.
Ty Eastwood, the third baseman, will lead things off as we head to the top of the second inning. Northwestern and Southwestern no score here in this single 9-inning matchup. Again, Ty Eastwood will be followed by Marcus Coronado and Campbell Sullivan due up for the Bulldogs here in the second. Again, no score. Again, it's game 1 of a 3-game series this weekend. The doubleheader tomorrow will follow at 1 and 4 p.m. So Eastwood steps in, hitting .320 this season, his 45th start, 56 hits and 175 at-bats. 41 runs scored, tied for a team lead in doubles with 12. A triple, a home run, and 30 RBIs as Sandoval right across the plate for a called strike. The 0-1 in there again from Sandoval. Quickly 0-2 now.
And maybe you know, I don't know what his velocity is, but it gets there quick. He's a good-looking freshman. Goodness.
He is. You look at some of the young pitchers, kind of the future with him and Cade Spray and those two guys that, Sandoval obviously been put in starting, the rotation for the weekend, and Spray's gotten plenty of midweek starts as the 2-2 is low. His count evens up 2-2. I mean, you look at another guy, Brady Welker's made some starts, another freshman out of Scott City, so that's into the gap in right center on the run. Making the grab, though, is, Trevor Sayre for the first down.
Was he on a motorcycle on that catch? I mean, yeah, I thought, I didn't say it, but I was thinking it, that's down. But nope, it hung up just enough, and God, he covers some ground.
He certainly does. So Marcus Coronado stepping in, the shortstop. 319 hitter in his 41st start, 45 hits and 141 at-bats. 27 runs scored, 8 doubles, a triple, 5 home runs, and 31 RBIs. First pitch from Sandoval is in there for a called strike. Count is 0-1.
And he is not throwing those fat either. He's finding those edges, corners, the black.
The 0-1. Breaking ball.
Just off.
Looked good. They did say it's a little bit out.
Yep.
Count evens up, a ball and a strike. The 1-1. Breaking ball in for ball 2 to Coronado.
And I don't every broadcast, but I do want to mention that I appreciate those that are officiating our games, umpires, referees.
2-1 pitch, low and away for ball 3. Pretty good crowd here today as well.
Yep.
Still filing in. The 3-1 pitch, swung on and missed for strike 2. Count goes full, 3-2. Three-2 from Sandoval, and that's hit foul to the left towards the Northwestern dugout.
Came inside on him. Yeah, our weather's just so strange. I mean, I guess maybe weather is everywhere, but or most everywhere. My friend came and visited from Wyoming.
That's fouled off to the right, out of play.
Moving back up to his summer place from South Texas. Prior to that, he was out in Hawaii for years, but he came here, and I think it was 100 degrees, and a day and a half later, he's in a blizzard up in Wyoming, and I don't know what it was down here. It dropped.
3-2 pitch, a line drive into right, will drop in front of Chad Green for a one-out single from Marcus Coronado. So the Bulldogs have a base runner. So now to the plate will be the left fielder, Campbell Sullivan. Sullivan, a .310 hitter in his 45th start, 48 hits and 155 at-bats, 47 runs scored, 8 doubles, a triple, 5 home runs, and 23 RBIs for Campbell Sullivan as the first pitch is low for ball 1 from Sandoval.
Oh, let's get our second double play.
Yeah, Rangers did turn one again earlier. As that's popped up in the infield, and we'll see who calls everybody off. Coming up, making the grab will be Harley Schaefer, the shortstop, for out number 2.
Good talk. We had 6, 4, and 3 all converging on that ball, and the pitcher getting out of the way.
You mentioned the Rangers did turn that 4-6-3 double play to end the first, and again, they're third in the GAC, coming in 28th in Division II in double plays turn, 35, so make it 36 now in the season for this squad defensively. As Reese Burke steps in, a .253 hitter in his 42nd start, takes ball 1 outside. Burke with 37 hits, 146 at-bats, 27 runs scored, 9 doubles, 2 triples, 5 home runs, and 31 RBIs. Sandoval checks the runner at first. The 1-0 is low for ball 2. Count moves to 2-0 now as Marcus Coronado over there at first has only attempted 1 stolen base. He was successful at his 1 attempt this season. Bulldogs have had a lot of success running, though, 46 times, again, in 51 attempts. The 2-0, make it 3-0.
Yeah, I wish he'd have paid a little less attention to the runner on his first 2 and now 3 pitches. Make this guy hit. That guy at first is not really a threat. only in the second inning.
The 3-0 pitch, and it's low for ball 4 on 4 straight pitches. So Sandoval issues his first walk of the game, and the Bulldogs now, for the first time today, have a runner in scoring position as Connor Jeffers will step in. Jeffers, a .321 hitter, just his 25th start. 25 hits and 78 at-bats this season. 15 runs scored, 4 doubles, a triple, and 4 home runs, and 13 RBIs. As a breaking ball's across the plate for strike 1. Sandoval ready to go with the 0-1. Checks the runner at second, now delivers. That's in there again for a called strike, and Jeffers quickly behind 0-2 down. And again, we're in the top of the second. No score between Northwestern and Southwestern. Bulldogs do have a runner in scoring position at second, though. The 0-2. Way outside. Nice stop behind home plate from Gordon. Count moves to 1-2 now.
Yeah, that was a big stop, big block. We don't need him at second and third. Get the batter to hit your pitch.
Sandoval from the stretch, checks the runner. Now comes home with the 1-2, and it's outside again. Count evens up 2-2 now to Connor Jeffers.
Yeah, both of those last two are just too far out to think that they were going to be a strike to where this batter's got to swing with it. Coming with the fastball here.
2-2 pitch. And that's lined to left by Harley Schaefer into left field as Bradford's going to wind up throwing. And here's the throw to home, and sliding in safely will be Coronado. And runners will be at second and third for the Bulldogs as they strike first. And they make it 1-0 on the RBI single from Jeffers.
Yeah, it was a little bit up the line on the throw and caught a lot of grass on the way in, but he still looked like Gordon about had him. I think it was 50-50 whether he was going to hang on to that ball and apply the tag or if the ball was going to get away from him, and got away from him.
Eric Fufulis now will step in after the single from Jeffers puts the Bulldogs on the board. First pitch to Fufulis is a called strike. Count is 0-1.
And with that throw home, both runners went to second and third. And maybe you already said that. I'm sorry if you did.
Fufulis, a .261 hitter, 27th start, 18 hits and 69 at-bats. Takes ball 1 there. Count evens up 1-1. 4 doubles, a triple, no home runs, and 12 RBIs, but he's got a chance to add to his total here with a base hit. The 1-1 from Sandoval. Breaking ball, caught the corner for strike 2.
Yeah, that one fooled him a little bit.
Fufulis back into the batter's box, facing a 1-2 count with 2 down. The 1-2 pitch, just out, maybe. Count evens up 2-2. That was close. But
yeah, that was too close to be looking at for me.
2-2 pitch. Breaking ball, hit foul just off the end of the back from Fufulis as count stays at 2-2 as again we're in the top of the second inning. Northwestern trailing 1-0 to Southwestern. They've got runners at second and third after the RBI single from Jeffers.
See more and more of the student body showing up. There's a contingent of the soccer team here.
Popped up into the foul territory, and making the grab will be first baseman Connor Green, and that will do it for the Bulldogs here in the second as they do pick up 1 run. It was done so on 2 hits. There were no errors with 2 runners left on base. Bottom of the second we go. Rangers trailing at 1-0 to the Bulldogs as Hagen Barcel will lead things off. You're listening to Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Rangers Sports Network.
Naloxone is a medication designed to rapidly reverse opioid overdose. A person who is experiencing an overdose can't administer naloxone to themselves. Anyone can carry naloxone, give it to someone experiencing an overdose, and potentially save a life. That's why everyone should consider having naloxone. For more information, visit okimready.org. That's okimready.org. This program is funded by Northwestern Oklahoma State University, Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Prevention Services, and Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration.
The Alva Moose Lodge is a proud supporter of all Northwestern and Alva public school activities and strives to be the heart of the community through fundraisers and community-based events that make a difference in the lives of individuals, kids, and families throughout Northwest Oklahoma. On a national basis, the Moose Fraternity provides at-risk children with a second chance at life and its senior members a comforting retirement at its 5-star senior facility in Florida. If you would like to see how you can help make a difference in the lives of those in need, stop by the Alva Moose Lodge Monday through Saturday from 4 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. at 302 7th Street to learn more. Welcome back to Meyer Stadium. Bottom of the second we go as Hagan Barcelo due up. He'll be followed by Colby Grace and Harley Schaefer. Barcelo, a .333 hitter. It'll be his 48th start this year. 61 hits and 183 at-bats, 41 runs scored. Leads the team in doubles with 16 so far this season. And again, those 16 doubles is second best in the GAC and 38th in all of Division II. Barcelo with 6 home runs and 38 RBIs. As a leadoff hitter this season, Barcelo was 12 of 37, hitting .324. Barcelo with the bases empty, 27 of 84, hitting .321. First pitch to Barcelo, hit into right, and coming up, making the grab will be the right fielder Burke. So 1 pitch, 1 out. Here in the second as Colby Gray steps in. Colby, a .324 hitter, 42nd start for Grace, 48 hits and 148 at-bats, 36 runs scored, 9 doubles, 6 home runs, and 38 RBIs this season for Colby Grace.
Everything's only $1 tonight.
Folks, we apologize for that. Count is 0-1.
I didn't hear anything.
The 0-1 to Grace. Count is 0-2.
Well, in case that was too many decibels,
yeah,
he indicated
you don't have
that
to yell into it.
Everything's $1 at the concessions tonight.
Whisper. The 0-2 pitch. Ooh, very close. They're going to say just out. 1-2 now to Grace. Again, Harley Schaefer on deck. As Dolich ready to go with a 1-2 and the pitch. And that must have been low, and count evens up 2-2 now.
I think they were crossed up on the signals here on that one.
Looked like he had set up outside, didn't he?
Well, and it came down quite a bit lower than what he was ready to receive it at, and it thumped him. That's why the umpire, the plate umpire is walking out to the pitcher. Let catcher take a few minutes. Looks like he's shaking his hand.
Counts 2-2 with 1 out. Bottom of the second. Bulldogs on top of the Rangers 1-0. The 2-2 pitch. That's hit into center. Gaunt on the run, back towards the track, and making the grab. Nice play there defensively, and there's 2 down.
That was an excellent catch. And he was beating feet to get there, and right at the track, I think, is where he caught it. But that was a perfect example. 80% of the games that are played here, that's a home run, easy.
No doubt.
This was thumped, and it was still knocked down short of the wall.
Yeah, that wind again blowing in, probably again 13 to 15 miles an hour, and that's going to be the difference.
Well, humidity, as ball's going to travel less.
So Harley Schaefer will step in. Schaefer this season hitting .221 as that average has started to climb a bit. As it's 2-0 to Schaefer. 28 start for Schaefer, 21 hits and 95 at-bats, 18 runs scored. A double, 2 triples, 4 home runs, and 19 RBIs. The 2-0. Taking a big cut and missing there is Schaefer. Count moves to 2-1 now.
Yeah, it looked like he pulled off his swing some.
The Rangers still looking for their first hit of the day as well. The only base runners have been a pair of walks from Dolich as that pitch is fouled back to the net. And Dolich has battled back to force the count 2-2 now.
Yeah, the odds of hitting it up into the air and getting safely on base are not in your favor tonight.
The 2-2. This one's hit high down the right field line. Let's see if this gets out of play, and it will. Bulldogs gave chase. That ended up just down to the right of the Southwestern bullpen.
Yeah, that was excellent hustle. You had your second baseman there, your first baseman there, and your right fielder there, all pretty much at the same time. Of course, that was hit pretty darn high, and it just the wind carried it out of play. But that was great hustle.
Schaefer back into the box, facing a 2-2 count. The 2-2 from Dolich. Outside for ball 3. Count goes full, 3-2, as that is the 4th full count of the day now.
Yeah, I was going to say, his pitch count is climbing kind of quick.
3-2 pitch. Hit into right. Burke will travel back just in front of the track and make the grab as the Rangers go in order here in the bottom of the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the third. Southwestern leads Northwestern 1-0. You're listening to Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Rangers Sports Network.
Peak Environment provides leading lawn care services in Northwest Oklahoma with branches at Alva, Enid, and Woodward. When it comes to lawn care, Peak Environment has you covered all year long with quality, affordable services, including weed control, full-service mowing, and Christmas light installation, plus much more. Call Peak Environment today at 580-748-8003 to learn more and schedule your free quote on any service. That's 580-748-8003, proud supporter of all Ranger and Goldbug athletics.
Spring is here, and so are the savings from your friends at G&G Home Furnishings in Alva, as we want to remind you to shop local this spring if you're looking for that new piece of furniture for your home or business. G&G also has several new arrivals for you to browse and choose from, whether it's for your bedroom, dining room, or that workspace. As always, you can see our new line of products by visiting us online at gndhomefurnishings.com or come by and say hello and browse in person at 2107 College Boulevard right here in Alva. Welcome back to Meyer Stadium as we move to the top of the third, and joined here by a very special guest, former Ranger baseball player, and the gentleman who threw out the first pitch of today's ball game, Dashel Johnson. Dash, appreciate you joining me here in between innings.
Definitely appreciate it, Dustin. It's exciting to be back. It's really an honor to be honored tomorrow as well as today. It means a lot to me. I've been here, or I was here for 6 years, so that's a half a decade. Grew up here, so it's been fun.
But I know it's interesting probably from a playing standpoint. You play all these years, and I know you've been back a few times to watch games. How is it, for kind of seeing it from a fan standpoint, a former player watching these guys play?
Oh, man, the game is a game. I love watching it and being able to come out and still support when I can. It's tough getting out here, but when I do, I love being out here, man.
Well, I know you and I spent some time, obviously, in housing. We talked a little bit about that with Coach Barrows, and I know after you graduated, you got out of here. And talk about kind of the first gig that you had an opportunity to go get there in Texas.
Yeah, so when I graduated, I went back and I took a job with the Texas Rangers Youth Academy. So full-time front office staff managing our baseball and softball operations at the Youth Academy. We're there serving kids for baseball and softball training at no cost. So everything we do is funded by the Texas Rangers. And like I said, the kids have to pay nothing.
There's a ground ball to third as Grace Fields throws across in time for the 5-3 putout. And, you look at something like that, how much, getting into that and that job and, obviously playing baseball, the game and stuff, but how much more were you able to learn when you took that position?
Yeah, the back end of things is completely different. Being on field as a player and a coach is what I grew up knowing, but being able to make that transition and learn the back end, the administrative side of things, the planning and all of that was new, but it's needed to take that next step in life.
But I know you've got a new gig. You've moved positions. Is it kind of about the same in Kansas City, or is there a little bit difference to it?
So the layout's the same. I'm still at the Youth Academy, so I'm at the Kansas City Urban Youth Academy now with the Royals, still full-time front office staff. Now I'm the director of baseball and softball ops there, so I'm building out all the training plans, anything that has to do with bat and ball, on field, teams that we put in the tournaments, I kind of run that.
Day to day, are you kind of, I'm sure you probably a little bit of office time, but are you getting to spend a lot of your days kind of outside being around the game? And I'm sure it's probably a lot nicer to be in the office.
Yeah, I mean, I can't complain. I get to go to work in sweats every day, so I can't complain about that. But yeah, half of the morning is admin work, but the back half of the day is on field training with the kids and then implementing those practice plans or training programs that I've developed for that day.
Have you seen any kids to this point that you're, as there's a base hit back up the middle for Bodie Waller, his second single of the day, is one out here in the top of the third. You seen any kids yet that you've worked with you think, hey, Coach Bowen here in a few years, I've got somebody maybe I can send you?
Yes, I have started my list, and I keep my list running. Me and Bo, we still talk. We talk probably about once or twice a month, so it's really cool to have those relationships. Played for Bo for 3 years, so it's a special man. He's a great guy. He's turned around the program here. But, yes, we still communicate, and I keep that running list.
Well, talk about being around Coach Bowen. I know, being the last those 3 years with him, and what were you able to kind of learn from him? And what have you been able to kind of put towards what you do with your position?
Yeah, so what's funny is a lot of everything that I learned while with Bo as a player, I've implemented in my coaching style, like the way he goes about his business. As a coach, he sets the example, and he knows what he wants, and that's the standard I hold my kids to. And I trust that they can follow what I'm implementing, but no, a lot of my coaching styles and things that I do come from my time here with Bowen.
2-0 pitch, and that is lifted down the left field line, and that could be trouble as that gets by Bradford, takes one hop off the wall. Rounding second, heading for third is Waller, and it's a one-out double for Gage Gaunt. As now the Bulldogs with runner in scoring position is Coach Barrow's got a question for you. Go ahead.
No, I was asking him how many of the MLB cities have kind of those youth academies, because I find it very refreshing to hear that it doesn't cost the participants anything. And that's what a lot of young people need, is help.
Yep. So there are unfortunately, only 8 youth academies in the nation. Some of the clubs have, and then there's 2. So Compton has an academy. That was the first academy ever built. New Orleans has a youth academy, and those are 2 that's backed by MLB, Major League Baseball. And then as far as clubs, it's the Kansas City Royals, Houston Astros, Cincinnati Reds, Philadelphia Phillies, the Nats, and then there is one in Puerto Rico that is run by MLB as well. And most of them are run the same way, where nothing is charged, or it's very minimal charge, but the focus is still the same of training and development for baseball and softball athletes.
Go ahead.
How can you come for Dustin and I? He's a Cubby fan, and I'm a Cardinal fan, and neither of those cities were named.
Yeah, so it is a cost associated with it, but I agree. I truly believe that all MLB's academies, or all MLB teams, should have those academies because they're so vital to youth baseball and youth softball. Yes, like I said, there is a cost associated, but it's $1 million industry. There should be. Yep. So to those lines, at character development, we also do educational programs. So I handle all bat and ball, but we do have a community outreach person who handles educational programs where we're teaching kids financial literacy. We're teaching kids what it looks like to be recruited, what you need to do before you can be recruited. So we are taking those avenues where it's more than just the bat and ball. And like I said, it is all at no cost. Everything we do is at no cost.
As Marcus Coronado lifts this into right with 2 outs, this should be the final out as Chad Green will make the catch as the Bulldogs strand a couple of runners here in the third as we continue to chat with former Ranger baseball player Dashel Johnson. And, you mentioned, about the 8 of these other programs around the country. Do you guys ever kind of, collaborate, work together at any point?
Yeah, so I'm glad you said that. So every year MLB takes all the academies to MLB All-Star Week. They'll take a softball team and a baseball team, and we'll go to wherever MLB All-Star is, and we'll play in a 4-game guarantee tournament. We'll get to go to Home Run Derby, All-Star festivities. We'll go to celebrity softball, and like I said, it's all at no cost, and it is cool to see all of the academies come to one place, get to compete, but also meet friends, meet relationships, and like I said, I've been in it for a while. So I played at the Houston Astros Youth Academy as a kid. I was a part-time coach at the Texas Rangers Youth Academy. Then I went full-time at the Texas Rangers Academy, and now I'm at the Royals. So this is kind of where I've always been, and I feel like this is my calling to be here. So, yes, we do find ways to work cohesively, and even if it's just a tournament or if they come down to visit the Negro Leagues Baseball Museum in Kansas City, yes, we're trying to get them combined and have everybody there.
You mentioned those fun events, which obviously I'm sure it's a blast going to the All-Star Game and those events. Do you have one that's been your favorite that you've gotten to go to so far?
So I will say my last 2 years, so 23 when I was working full-time with the Rangers, we won the World Series, as you can see.
He's got it. Oh, that's awesome.
I do have the ring on today. So in 23, we won the World Series, and then 24, we hosted the All-Star Game. So that specific tournament, the Jenny Finch Classic and Commissioner's Cup, was hosted at the Texas Rangers Youth Academy, and we won that. That was my first time ever winning a big championship, and it was really cool to do it on our home turf.
Oh, I bet. I'm sure that's awesome. And, one thing I know before I let you get out of here, I know you want to go down and watch the guys be around some of your former teammates. And I want to ask you about tomorrow. I know that's a very big honor through the Northwestern Alumni Foundation Association they put on with that spring reunion, as there's a ground ball hit to short by Sayre. The throw to first is in time for the 6-3 putout. But how big of a deal is that for tomorrow to be kind of, be recognized as one of those outstanding graduates?
It's an honor. As I said earlier, I spent a ton of my life here. I was fortunate enough to get 2 degrees while I was here. I played 6 years of college baseball, been the first team to break through and get to the conference tournament. So Alva's been so good to me, and it continues to show that people recognize what I'm doing. And not that I need the accolades or want the accolades, but just knowing that I'm still impacting lives and impacting communities, it means a ton. And like you said, I don't expect accolades, or I don't work for accolades. I work because that's what I do and that's who I am. But it always feels good when you get a pat on the back and somebody recognizes your hard work.
Well, I know the tough part. What time does the event start tomorrow? I know for those who want to come out and attend.
Yeah, so tomorrow it'll be at 6 p.m. in the gym. So we'll be there, and it'll be fun. There's other people being honored, and it'll be really cool to see all these unique people getting honored at one time. So I'm really honored and really grateful to be a part of it, not only on the baseball field, but as Northwestern as a whole.
Dash, I appreciate you joining me here. Always great to talk to you. Always great to see you. And come back anytime, and we'll put the headsets on with us again.
Definitely. Let's do it, man. Appreciate it for having me. And, Ride Rangers Ride, baby.
All right, thanks again to Dashel Johnson for joining us here again to talk again a little bit of Ranger baseball, get to know Dash and what he's up to. And, of course, the spring reunion tomorrow, as he mentioned, at 6 p.m., and we'll let him get out of here. And, again, right now we're here in the top of the third inning, Northwestern trailing 1-0 to Southwestern. As again, Carson Wright will step in with a runner on first as that pitch up and in to right for ball one. Yeah. As that pitch is swung on and missed by Carson Wright. Count evens up, a ball and a strike with 1 out, and Coach put the headsets back on you. I've always liked Dash. Great to work with. Sharp kid, and he's doing great things. And it's always nice to have a ambassador like that for Northwestern.
Well, that's right. I mean, any organization you work for, if you can find folks like him, you're already ahead of the game. His attitude, his work ethic, and not to mention his baseball knowledge and life knowledge too. I mean, he's achieving a lot at a pretty fast rate. I mean, he can't be 27, maybe?
I was going to say, maybe as that one gets away from the catcher, Fufulis is heading to second was Bradford. As again, Bradford was able to walk to lead things off, or I should say, with 1 out here in the third. And it was a nice ring he had on there. That's big time. I believe. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, you'll have to ask him to see that. That's pretty sharp. As again, we got a runner on second. Carson Wright facing a 3-1 count. As here's the 3-1, up and in for ball 4. Another walk issued by Dolic. That'll be his 4th of the game, and Northwestern with an opportunity to tie this game up. Again, they trail it 1-0 here in the bottom of the third. As now we're going to see a visit to the mound. We'll take a break for the mound visit. Again, 1 out here in the bottom of the third inning. Rangers trailing at 1-0. They've got runners at first and second. This is Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Rangers Sports Network.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads in Enid, Oklahoma create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the gear, we do the rest. Downtown Threads handles all the payments and cuts you one check when the website is closed. Call today at 580-237-7060. That's 237-7060. Downtown Threads proudly supports Alva High School and Northwestern Oklahoma State University.
Well, with one out here in the bottom of the third, stepping in again will be Connor Green with runners at first and second, just one out. Again, the tying run at second base is Dylan Bradford. First pitch is upstairs for ball one. Count moves to 1-0 as again Connor Green was 0 for 1 today. Struck out swinging last time up. Can't forget the shades, right?
No.
1-0, and that's a grounder to third off the hop fields. 5-4, back to 3, and it is a double play. So a terrific play there for the Bulldogs as that will close the door on the Rangers here in the third as Northwestern again picks up no runs, no hits. There were no errors. Again with, I believe, just one runner left on base. So we will head to the top of the fourth. The Bulldogs on top 1-0. You're listening to Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Struggling with pain or mobility issues? At Ignite Physical Therapy in Alva, we provide expert hands-on care to help you heal faster and move better. With fellowship-trained specialists, you get the highest level of personalized treatment tailored to your needs, whether it's injury recovery, chronic pain, or post-surgical rehab. At Ignite, we believe in more than just treatment. We believe in your recovery. Experience the difference our expert care can make. Visit us at 520 Flynn Street or call at 580-327-3331 today. Ignite Physical Therapy, where healing begins with you.
Your agency of choice for all types of insurance is McDermott Insurance in Alva. For home, auto, farm, or business insurance, the McDermott Agency will protect what you value most by providing the best coverage and client service possible. To get your custom professional insurance review, call McDermott Insurance at 580-327-3500 or visit them at 526 Flynn Street in Alva. McDermott Insurance. They can't predict the future, but they can insure it.
Dingall Real Estate and Auction has been serving clients in Oklahoma and Kansas for nearly 37 years. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, we are your real estate professionals. We will get you the top dollar for your property, whether it be at auction or private sale. Get with Dingall Real Estate and Auction if you're wanting to buy a ranch, good farmland, sell or lease minerals, or buy a home. Visit our website at dingallauction.com to browse available listings. Talk to Dean, Steve, or Todd at 580-327-8217 or stop by the office in Alva, where you're always greeted with a smile. Come and see us.
Welcome back to Myers Stadium as we head to the fourth. Dustin Goodall alongside Steve Barrows. Again, I want to thank Dashel Johnson for joining us here for our in-game interview. As leading things off for the Bulldogs will be the left fielder Campbell Sullivan, who's 0 for 1 today. Popped up to short last time up. He'll be followed by Reese Burke and Connor Jeffers due up for Southwestern.
Did Dashel start with Sam? Was it Sam when he got here, or Dashel just played 3 years here?
I believe he started with Sam.
Yeah. Sam Carroll up in St. Mary's, St. Louis High School, and coaches in summer in the Carolina League. I forget the name of his team, but they're a good team.
Yeah, Marlins. It's something Marlins.
Yeah,
isn't it, right?
Yeah.
Count evens up, a ball and a strike to Campbell Sullivan. The 1-1 inside for ball 2 is again 2 balls and a strike to Sullivan. Bulldogs with 1 run on 5 hits. Rangers scoreless. No hits so far. The 2-1 pitch, that's in there for a called strike. Count evens up 2-2 as that would pitch number 49 from Logan Sandoval.
You know, I asked the guys next door, and I guess Sandoval's hitting 90 on his fastball.
Okay, that's good to know. And that pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. First strike out of the game for Sandoval. And there's now 1 down. As Reese Burke, the right fielder, will step in. He walked last time up. Only walk issued by Sandoval today. Sandoval ready to go, working quickly here. First pitch, that is down the left field line, and this is going to be at least a double, as this one's going to roll all the way to the wall as Burke makes the turn from first, heading to second, and a 1-out double for Reese Burke. Second double of the day for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they found that left field line a couple times now.
They certainly have. As now Connor Jeffers will step in as he put the Bulldogs on the board with that RBI single back in the second. He's 1 for 1.
Well, welcome the Weatherford viewers that are listening and watching to the ball game.
Sandoval checks the runner. First pitch to Jeffers. Back up the middle for a base hit. As Sayre will field. Here's the throw into home, and it's going to be cut off. And sliding safely at home is Reese Burke. I believe that was Connor Green who cut that throw off. So Connor Jeffers delivers again with an RBI single, and the Bulldogs take a 2-0 lead. So Eric Fufulis now will step in. And the Bulldogs have timely hitting for them so far in this one. 2 runs on 7 hits.
Well, that pending play at the plate, the only reason that ball's to be cut off is if the catcher calls it cut off. It looks like to me it was right on the line and we had a chance at the plate, so I don't know.
Fufulis' first pitch he took for, well, it says strike 1. I thought that was low for a ball. I didn't see the ump make that call, but here's the 0-1 pitch. Outside, we'll see what the ump gives the signal here.
Well, it could have been, because you won't give a signal if it was viewed as a swing necessarily, so maybe he had a partial swing on that first one. I didn't catch it either.
We'll go with the scoreboard, the 1-1 pitch. That's lifted foul. We know now there's at least 2 strikes. Count is 1-2.
Oh, I was messed up again. Okay, never mind. So the first pitch was a ball?
I think so. We're going to go with that.
Well, he just held up 2 fingers, so I don't know where the ball came from.
The 1-2. Way outside. Count evens up 2-2 now.
I'm guessing we've got a couple hundred people here.
Very good crowd here on a Friday night in Alva as that pitch misses. Count goes full now, 3-2 to Fufulis.
Make him hit it. Just roll him up. Get to bat.
Mansour on deck. Runner will take off. A ground ball hit foul towards the Northwestern dugout as Jeffers was on the move that time. And
he had a good jump, too.
Jeffers does have 2 stolen bases in 2 attempts this season. So doesn't run a whole lot, but yeah, he was taking off there and Fufulis was swinging.
I like the thinking. You're up 2-0. You're on the road. You've nothing to lose. You've got to win. Shake things up.
3-2 pitch. Runner will go again. That's lifted into right as Chad Green will come up, make the grab as retreating back to first was Jeffers, and there's 2 down. So back to the top of the order we go with Sean Mansour, who is 0 for 2 today. He's grounded out to third in both plate appearances, back in the first and again in the third.
There's a 5-3 on both of his at-bats.
2 pretty good plays by Grace at third on both of them, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Wind picking up a little bit. First pitch from Sandoval. Delivers a called strike. Count is 0-1 to Mansour. Throw back over. Getting back safely is Connor Jeffers.
All he had was a body length lead. I mean, let him try to steal from that. He would want to make the third out at second base.
Here's the 0-1. Popped up. This looks like it will get out of play to the right, as now Mansour will be now behind at the count 0-2. As again, we're in the top of the 4th. Bulldogs on top 2-0 in the single 9-inning matchup. The 0-2 runner will go, and swinging and fouling it off to the right is a line drive out of play by Mansour.
He's getting his sprint work in there at first.
Yeah, he's done that a few times now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Again, 0-2 count to Mansour. The 0-2 pitch. Into right, Green. It will fall in front of him. He'll turn and throw it back in, and heading for third is going to be Connor Jeffers after the 2-out single from Mansour, his first hit of the game. And runners now at the corners for Southwestern. And now we're going to see a visit to the mound from Coach Matt Bickford. We'll take the timeout. Two down here at the top of the fourth. Bulldogs got 2 runners on. This is Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network 105.7.
Looking for a family-friendly spot to unwind and enjoy delicious brews and food? Well, look no further than the Alva Beer Company. Our brewery and tap room offers a wide selection of craft beers, mouth-watering wood fire-style pizzas, fresh salads, and appetizers. Join us from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. We're nestled in the heart of downtown Alva. The Alva Beer Company offers up the perfect spot for locals and visitors alike. The Alva Beer Company, Plains beer for Plains people.
Well, now stepping in after the conference on the mound is over. That mound visit brought to you by Ignite Physical Therapy. Bodie Waller steps in. He singled in the first, singled again in the third. He is 2 for 2 today. Runners are at first and third for Southwestern. There are 2 down here in the fourth. First pitch to Waller. Lays off for ball 1. Count moves to 1-0.
I'm sending him on this pitch. Catcher screened by the hitter. This guy's looks like he's got some wheels. We're kind of on our heels.
Well, let's see here. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. Count evens up a ball and a strike. Mansour this season is 4 for 4 as far as stolen bases and attempts, so he has run some. Campbell Sullivan leads the team. He's got 21 stolen bases and 22 attempts.
That's quite a bit for the shortest season we've got.
The 1-1, Waller swings as that one was outside. Count moves to 1-2 now. So a ball and 2 strikes to Bodie Waller. The 1-2, runner will go, lays off, and Gordon will not throw down to second. Stolen base for Mansour. He's 5 for 5 now this season. So runners at second and third, and a base hit here from Waller could score 2. The 2-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. That's a big pitch from Sandoval as that gets the Rangers out of the jam here in the fourth. As Southwestern picks up no runs, there were 3 hits with no errors and 2 runners left on base. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Southwestern leading Northwestern 2-0. It's Northwestern Baseball brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Get ready for the Monster Truck Spring Nationals. One giant night of destruction at Woodward, Oklahoma's Crystal Beach Stadium. Saturday, May 3rd at 8. History will be made with a huge Monster Truck backflip. Featured legendary monster trucks include Monster Patrol, Predator, Pouncer, Elder Abuse, Disorderly Conduct, and Monster Jam Star Redneck Rampage. Also, the Oklahoma Tough Truck Contest. Plus, take a ride on a real monster truck and more. Attend the pre-show pit party with VIP box seats or pit pass. Meet the drivers, take pics with the trucks, kids meet the minions, and get a free souvenir. Get tickets in Woodward at SBC Office Products, Napa Auto Parts, Cowboy Tack Shop, Woodward Steel, at the gate, or online at showclix.com. Sponsored by Barber Dyson Ford, Ken Cool, Sealing State Bank, K&S Tire, Brothers Collision Center, Enid Iron and Metal, NWEC, Macintosh Towing, and Holiday Inn Express. The Monster Truck Spring Nationals, May 3rd, 8 p.m., Woodward, Oklahoma. Don't you miss it.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company, older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
We love to give back to our customers. Did you know Alva State Bank offers a great rewards checking account program? That's right. You can earn cash back or high interest with our Kasasa accounts. We will even refund you up to $25 in ATM fees.
How do I qualify?
It's simple. Just swipe your debit card 12 times, sign up for online statements, and have one ACH credit or debit post to your account.
Can I do it online?
Yes. Just visit our website at www.alvastatebank.com to see if our Kasasa Rewards program is right for you.
We make banking easy. Whether you're at home, the office, or in your car, our online or mobile banking options help you juggle busy schedules and financial needs.
We plant roots where others have branches.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Well, first pitch, Chad Green flying out to right as Burke makes the grab as Chase Gordon, the catcher, will step in. He is 0 for 1 today. Flew out to left last time up. As the count moves to 1-0, he'll be followed by Hagen Barcelo, due up for the Rangers.
Right fielder came in quickly on that and gloved it.
The 1-0 to Gordon. Upstairs for ball 2. Count moves to 2-0. Dolich again, and has not given up a hit, just the 4 walks so far today. And Rangers have had some opportunities, but not been able to plate any runs. So here's the 2-0, and it's low for ball 3.
Now, have we not had runners on base every inning? I mean, I don't think...
Did not in the second. We went in order in the second, but
okay.
yeah, the first and the third, we had runners at first and second, both of them. There's 4 straight pitches and another walk, this time issued to Chase Gordon. 5th walk of the day from Dolich. So now stepping in will be Hagen Barcelo, who flew out to right last time up. He is 0 for 1 today. Barcelo with runners on. Those numbers. There's the throw back over. That's into foul territory in the right field line. As here's the throw to second. Gordon sliding in safely. And the Rangers have a runner in scoring position. As that one again got by the first baseman, Jeffers. That'll be an error on Dolich.
I don't know if the pitcher decided to do that on his own or if somebody gave him a signal to throw over, but, I mean, not even had a pitch to the batter yet, and they're trying to pick off the runner first. I get it, but now you've thrown it away, and runner's in scoring position.
First pitch to Barcelo is ball. What do you call it? Ball 1, okay.
Yeah, that was off the plate.
Barcelo, 20 of 62, 323 with runners in scoring position this season. The 1-0 popped up into shallow left. Retreating back is the shortstop Coronado. And then now coming in to make the grab will be the left fielder Sullivan for out number 2.
Good communication. Shortstop looked like he was there, but outfielder has that privilege.
That's one thing you look at. Bulldogs have done pretty well as far as getting to the ball and communicating and letting, the right fielder, I guess, the guy who calls everybody off, come in and make the play. They've done that several times today.
Yeah.
So Colby Gray steps in with 2 down as time is called by the home plate umpire. Grace will step back in. He's 0 for 1 today. Flew out to center last time up.
Just need a hard ground ball.
Grace, this one's lifted down the right field line. This could be trouble, but it is going to land in foul territory as the Bulldogs give chase. Jeffers, the first baseman, would have been the closest to it. Count will be 0-1.
That's the second time this evening that those 3 have beat feet and given everything to get there.
Converge on that ball,
yeah. You don't always see that. As a former manager myself, that I'm buying them, a cup of tea or something. I don't know. After the game, I'm recognizing and reinforcing that hustle. There's no substitute for it. You have no chance if you don't hustle.
Grace facing an 0-1 count. Dolich with the 0-1 pitch. Another breaking ball called strike. Count quickly 0-2 now. And again, we're in the bottom of the 4th. Southwestern leading at 2-0. Rangers again still looking for that first hit of the evening. The 0-2. Breaking ball in for ball 1. Count moves to 1-2 now. So 3 straight breaking balls thrown by Dolich to Colby Grace. Let's see if he comes back with it again or tries the fastball.
I think most clubs, and certainly us, we're a fastball hitting team.
That was a fastball, but that one again bounced in front of home plate as Fouflis with a good stop holds the runner at second. Count stays at 2-2 now. Two-two pitch. Touch high for ball 3. Count goes full, 3-2.
Well, I think Blue's been consistent, but again, that one's awfully close. You're going to leave it to chance? We did and got away with it.
Another full count. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ground ball hit to third. Eastwood fields the long throw across the diamond in time for the 5-3 putout. And that will do it for the Rangers here in the fourth, as they strand another runner in scoring position. So no runs, there were no hits, there was one error with a runner left on base. We are through 4 innings, headed to the top of the fifth. Southwestern clinging to a 2-0 lead. You're listening to Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Rangers.
Holder Drug has been serving the community of Alva since 1952. When you are in need of medication, healthcare items, and more, look to none other than Holder Drug, Alva's local pharmacy. Holder Drug is locally and family owned and is always ready to serve you. They offer convenient drive-through pickup as well as free delivery with your medication. They also offer a number of gift ideas for those special holidays. For more information, visit their website, www.holderdrug.com, or stop by 513 Barnes Avenue in downtown Alva.
Community Bank has been serving Alva, Oklahoma and the surrounding area since 1984. Community Bank was founded by local community members who wanted to ensure the banking needs of the community were being met. It has been our goal since inception to provide customer-focused services and community development. Our customers are friends, neighbors, and never just a number. We believe in investing in our community, and we pride ourselves in being your hometown bank. Community Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Get no better deal in the country than at Croft Country, located in Alva, Oklahoma. Croft Country is the dealer for vehicles in Northwest Oklahoma. Croft Country is locally owned and operated since 1985, offering a full line of award-winning brands including Chevy and GMC. From the time you enter our showroom for sales or service, you can expect to be treated like family. So the next time you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, come see us right here in Alva, located at 401 East Oklahoma Boulevard.
Welcome back to Myers Stadium as we head to the top of the fifth. Dustin Goodall alongside Steve Arrows, your crew here this evening. Before we get going here in the fifth, an update on Ranger softball. Of course, they pulled off the upset in game one of their doubleheader with Harding. Right now, they are tied at 1 in the top of the fifth with the 23rd ranked Harding Bison. So Rangers giving Harding fits this weekend. Again, that game being played in Searcy.
It's been a tough season, so it's nice to have those kind of moments where you do something kind of unexpectedly against a good club.
Gage Gott will lead things off for the Bulldogs as he'd into a 4-6-3 double play in the first and doubled last time up in the third, and he rips one down the left field line. It will be foul. Count will be 0-1. He'll be followed by Ty Eastwood and Marcus Coronado due up.
Just an observation. I don't know that they've hit one into the left center gap, but they've hit 2 right down the line. And I don't know that we're shading like we ought to.
The 0-1 is low and outside. Count moves to 1-1 to Gage Gott. 72 pitches thrown from Sandoval. Spread out 8 hits, 2 runs. Both of those earned a walk and 2 strikeouts as that pitch is out for ball 2. Count moves to 2-1 now.
Softball's kind of notorious for this, but there was also, who was it? Tony Gwynn and thinking of a couple of other MLB players.
The 2-1 is hit into right. Chad Green back and will make the grab on the run for out number 1.
That could, and consciously hit it where they weren't. The defenders, the outfielders or the infielders.
Yeah, no question. You mentioned Tony Gwynn. Yeah.
Well, Ichiro, but even way before Ichiro, there was some guy, Rod Carew was that way. He could hit it where you weren't. I think Pete Rose was that way.
Yeah. There's a ground ball to short by Eastwood. Fielding is Schaefer, throwing to first on the 6-3 put out on 1 pitch. And just like that, there's 2 down. Again, Sandoval looking sharp here in the start today. Rangers again trailing at 2-0 as Marcus Coronado steps in. Singleton scored a run in the second to get the Bulldogs on the board, and he flew out to right last time up in the third. First pitch from Sandoval. Breaking ball for a called strike. Count is 0-1.
There's some of those pitches that are, maybe Southwestern didn't get the call and we're getting the call, but Sandoval has established a consistency with the umpire. What's the word? A rapport,
there
almost.
You go, yeah.
And those things are real.
The 1-1 from Sandoval, line down the left field line, will be foul as Count goes to 1-2 now to Marcus Coronado. Again, this is the final regular season series for both clubs. Again, next week, the Great American Conference starting in Enid at David Allen Memorial Ballpark. The 1-2 is low and in. Count moves to 2-2 now.
Are either the top two teams getting a draw, or is everybody having to play?
Everybody.
Yeah.
1-8, 2-7.
Okay.
Yeah. The 2-2 pitch. Hit to second. Barcelo fields from the hop on the 4-3 put out, and that will do it as the Bulldogs go in order here in the top of the fifth. There were no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on. Bottom of the fifth we go. Rangers trail the Bulldogs 2-0. Back after this is Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network 105.7.
Here in Northwest Oklahoma, we like to hit it out of the park when it comes to banking. Our knowledgeable teams know how to cover the bases and are ready and willing to help you with your financial goals. Stop by any of our branch locations in Alva, Enid, Woodward, and Cherokee, or call 580-327-1122 to schedule an appointment today. Bank Central, where we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
You put in the work and every day you go out and prove it again. You're an expert in your field. That's what farmers do every day. They go out and get the job done. If that's you, then Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma wants to thank you. For a livestock or crop loan, equipment loan, ag real estate, or operating loan, we will tailor a loan to your needs. Talk to one of our ag specialists by phone or stop by a branch today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, an equal housing opportunity lender. Online at farmcreditloans.com.
Hello, I'm Kai Flater with Great Plains Land Company. I've worked with clients all over the country to secure the best possible deals for their biggest asset, their land. But my favorite work is the work I do for the great people right here in Northwest Oklahoma and Southwest Kansas. If you're looking to sell or purchase land, let me show you how we can plan, market, and work to get you the best deals possible. You can reach me at 580-430-7005. Go Goldbugs and ride Rangers Ride.
Do you need assistance taking care of yourself or a loved one? Beatles Nursing Home in Alva is here for you. We offer safe, high-quality, affordable nursing care while meeting all care guidelines for living. Call us at 580-327-1274 to learn more about our admissions process to place your loved one in our care. When it's time to choose a nursing home facility, we'll hope you'll consider Beatles Nursing Home, located at 916 Noble Street in Alva.
Shortstop Harley Schaefer will lead it off for the Rangers as we head to the bottom of the fifth. Count is 1-0. 1-0 is in there for a called strike. Count evens up 1-1. Dolich with 65 pitches thrown, 5 walks and a strikeout given up today. The 1-1. Just outside. Count moves to 2-1 now as he'll be followed by Trevor Sayre and Dylan Bradford. Lights again have been turned on here at Myers Stadium. The 2-1. That's lifted down the left field line. That's going to get out of play. And right around where all those cars are. Count evens up 2-2.
We have got to get away from these fly balls that we're hitting.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Schaefer. And the delivery. Outside for ball 3. Count goes full, 3-2 now.
Dash, he's a celebrity. He shows up. It's like, hey, everybody trying to catch up with him.
3-2 pitch is fouled back to the net. We'll do it again, 3-2.
I love it when former Ranger athletes, not just baseball, but athletes, come back and spend some time.
3-2. That's lifted foul to the left into the parking lot, so we'll do it again at 3-2.
But that would also be true with all departments.
Yeah,
you know,
it's true.
I'm not sure if it's still the same, but at one time, MassCom had a monster following of former graduates.
3-2 pitch is low for ball 4, and it's a leadoff walk drawn by Harley Schaefer, walk number 6 from Dolich. As now Trevor Sayre will step in. And I know when I left for just the 2 years and going to Old Mulgee, I came back a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yes.
I still came back and helped with Ranger Preview.
I know.
Couldn't say no to Page and Liv at that time.
Yeah.
That pitch fouled off by Sayre. Count will be 0-1. He's 0 for 1 today. Grounded out to short last time up in the 3rd.
Do you know anybody that can say no to Page or Liv?
No. No.
Yeah, I mean, some people just like, okay, I'll be there.
Yeah. Leave early on a Friday. And
yeah.
The 0-1, runner will take off. Bunt attempt is bunted foul. It was popped up to the right by Sayre. And now Trevor quickly behind in the count 0-2 as the sun starts to peek its way out. That may cause a little bit of problems for those guys in right. Counts 0-2. Schaefer with a good lead from first. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and it's low for ball 1 to Trevor Sayre.
Coach going back through signs again.
Again, we're in the bottom of the 5th. Southwestern leading at 2-0 here in this opening game of a 3-game series. The 1-2. Sayre lays off. Count evens up 2-2 now. 75 pitches thrown from Dolich. Again, has walked 6 batters, but has the 1 strikeout. That's it. The 2-2. And that's popped up, gets back out over the press box, so the count stays at 2-2 as Schaefer was on the move. Seen him go twice. We'll see if the Rangers decide to send him again here.
Yeah, I mean, we might as well. We've got to shake something up. We got to get something going.
That's what I was told. I had to do something different. I changed, moved everything from my right pocket to my left pocket. The 2-2, ground ball hit back to Dolich. Now bobbles it. Was going to throw to second instead. Throws to first as he gets the 1-3 put out of Sayre. And Schaefer now will be safe at second with 1 out.
Yeah, I think he thought that was coming back faster than what it was, and he mishandled it a couple times. And so fortunately, we got a runner in scoring position now because we couldn't get the bunt down to move him over earlier in the count.
So big spot here for Dylan Bradford is Bradford again with runners in scoring position, 14 of 48, hitting .292 this season. So big spot here for Bradford. First pitch, and Bradford looks at a called strike. Count will be 0-1. Again, there's 1 out here in the 5th. Dolich checks the runner, comes home with the 0-1. It's outside. Count evens up a ball and a strike to Dylan Bradford, who has walked in both at bats in the 1st and again in the 3rd.
I'll take that again. It's about getting on base. It's how we're going to get runs.
Dolich checks the runner, comes home with the 1-1. And that one fouled off the foot that time of Bradford. So the count goes to 1-2.
Yeah, that broke in on him right at the last. But, I mean, he was going the right way. You want to hit behind the runner if at all possible. Take it to the right side of the infield and outfield. But not if it's an outside pitch. You don't want to try to pull that. It's going to be outside, spotting it on that black. Take it to left.
1-2 pitch upcoming. And the delivery. Fouled back to the net. So the count stays at 1-2 now to Dylan Bradford.
Well, he reared back for some extra on that throw. Almost got away with it, or got the strike.
Yeah. Actually, I was working my way to the pisser and then
1 ball, 2 strikes with 1 out to Bradford. Here's the pitch. Outside, count evens up 2-2 now to Dylan Bradford. 2-2 pitch, and it's low for ball 3, so the count goes full now to Dylan Bradford. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Dolich ready to go with the delivery. Looks at second. Now the 3-2. Lined into left for a base hit. Heading for third is Schaefer. He will be held up at third. Bradford will be safe at first after the one-out single.
Good hitting. It was outside part of the plate. He went with the pitch, line drive. Not a fly ball.
So Carson Wright steps in with runners at first and third. Just one out here in the bottom of the fifth. Rangers trailing at 2-0. Wright grounded back to the pitcher in the first and walked last time up in the third. Bradford will take off. Here's the throw, a fake throw down there by the catcher, Fufulis, and that's a stolen base for Bradford. Now 2 runners in scoring position.
Yeah, unless he thought he already had the bag, but I don't know why.
Ooh, swinging and missing there, and
I don't know why more college catchers or infields aren't trying to get those runners. I understand there's a guy at third, but are you telling me that, 90% of the time you can't make clean exchanges?
The 0-2, way outside. That one got away from the catcher, but treating back to third is Schaefer as Fufulis picks it up. Count moves to 1-2 now.
I mean, I'm glad they didn't in the event that they got him thrown out, but I'm just saying, the fake throws or the cutoffs, the cutoffs between the pitcher's mound and the second base bag. And
1-2 pitch, ground ball to the right side. Making the stop and keeping it in is Mansour, but it does allow a run to come home and score on an RBI single from Carson Wright.
That ball wasn't hit as hard as I thought. Initially, I thought second baseman wasn't going to have a play on it, but he did. He laid out and stopped it.
Well, he had to, because if that gets into right, we may have scored another run.
Yeah. Well, I think we would have.
So I think we're going to see another visit to the mound. This brought to you by G&G Home Furnishing, Ignite Physical Therapy. So we'll take a 30-second break and come back. You're listening to Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkimpregnant.org. That's thinkimpregnant.org.
So Connor Green will step in with 2 runners on. First pitch to Green, ground ball to third, 5-4-3, double play. As Connor Green is hit into his second 5-4-3 double play, and that will close the door on the Rangers here in the fifth, but they do scratch 1 run across. They did so on 2 hits. There were no errors, and a runner left on base. Top of the 6th we go. Southwestern leads it now 2-1. Back to Myers Stadium after this as you're listening to Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Since 2004, customers in Alva, Oklahoma have trusted K&S Tire for all their automotive needs. With over 40 years of experience in the business, we offer top quality replacement tires and outstanding vehicle service repairs. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, our skilled technicians have covered you. Drive with confidence and let us keep your vehicle running smoothly. Visit us at knstire.com or come by at 2590 College Boulevard here in Alva, Oklahoma. K&S Tire, where experience meets excellence.
To prevent medication from getting into the wrong hands, it is crucial to store it out of sight and out of the reach of children and visitors. In addition, it is important to dispose of unwanted, expired, and unused medications in a safe manner. For more information, visit okimready.org. That's okimready.org or call 988 Oklahoma's Mental Health Lifeline. This program is funded by Northwestern Oklahoma State University, Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Prevention Services, and Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration.
The Tacoma Farmers Co-op is a proud supporter of Ranger and Goldbug activities since 1916. They have been here to serve you with all your farming and ranching needs with a wide range of goods and services from fuel, hardware, fencing, tires, feed and seed, plus fertilizer. They're here to meet your needs. Choose to trade with a co-op that gives its profits back to you. To learn about the Tacoma Co-op Advantage, stop by one of 5 locations in Moreland, Freedom, Winoka, Jet, and Tacoma, or visit them at tacomacoop.com and get a better service at a better place.
Well, Welcome back to Myers Stadium as we head to the top of the 6th inning. Dustin Goodell alongside Steve Barrows, your Ranger baseball crew here tonight. And it's Southwestern with a 2-1 lead. After the Rangers got their first hit and got on the board in the bottom of the 5th as Campbell Sullivan, the left fielder, steps in as he will lead it off. He's 0 for 2 today. Popped up to short in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 4th. First pitch from Sandoval is inside to Sullivan for ball 1. He'll be followed by Reese Burke and Connor Jeffers due up for Southwestern here in the 6th. The 1-0 swung on and missed. Count evens up 1-1 to Campbell Sullivan. Bulldogs with 2 runs, 8 hits, and an error. Rangers 1 run, 2 hits, no errors today. Southwestern's left 6 runners on. Rangers have left 5. The 1-1 laying off is Sullivan. Count moves to 2-1 now. As that was pitch number 83 from Logan Sandoval. Rangers do have a right-hander, Jacob Shaw, up in the bullpen. The 2-1 is across the plate for a called strike. Count evens up 2-2 now. As we are 26 minutes past 7 o'clock here on a Friday night in Alba. The 2-2, that is hit into left. Going back will be Bradford towards the track and makes the grab for out number 1. And there's 1 down here in the 6th.
Good chance that'd have been out on most days here. Saw former Ranger baseball player Dr. Shane Hansen showed up. Oh, there's a lot of folks here. This is excellent. Including the Weatherford crowd.
Reese Burke steps in. He takes a called strike. Burke today has reached base safely in both at bats. Walked in the 2nd, doubled and scored a run last time up in the 4th. As that pitch misses there, count evens up 1-1. Sandoval working quickly, the 1-1. Ground ball to 2nd, Barcelo Fields throws to 1st for the 4-3 putout, and there's 2 down.
Mom and Dad were telling me that there was 2 seasons where his older brother and he played the middle infield position in their high school, or I think it was their high school club. Maybe it was a traveling club, but anyway, that'd be pretty neat. You know, your brother messes up. Yeah. You don't dog him, do you?
Yeah, not a whole lot, right?
Yeah.
Connor Jeffers steps in right now. He is the reason Southwestern has the lead. He's got both RBI singles in the 2nd and again in the 4th. He's down in the count 0-1 with 2 down here in the top of the 6th. Jeffers ground ball to 2nd. Barcelo runs up on it. Fields throws to 1st, and the Bulldogs go quickly in order here in the 6th as they pick up no runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. Bottom of the 6th we go. Bulldogs on top of the Rangers 2-1. You're listening to Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Northwestern Oklahoma State University is the university for you. With small class sizes, our professors are focused on you and your education. Located in Alva, Enid, Woodward, the University Center in Ponca City, along with many online options, you can start earning your degree. Call us today at 580-327-1700 or see our options at nwosu.edu. You'll soon find that success lives here. That's Northwestern Oklahoma State University. Ride, Rangers, ride.
818 Diner has consistently provided the city of Alba with quality comfort food and great service since opening in 2019. Join us for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Some of our popular menu items to choose from include the BCB burger, the French dip, and our staples such as Terry's Chicken Fried Steak, Don's Hamburger Steak, and Joe's Chicken Tenders. Open Monday and Wednesday through Sunday from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and open for dinner Wednesday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So if you want a variety of menu items and friendly service to give you that local diner feeling, visit 818 Diner right here in Alba.
Naloxone is a medication designed to rapidly reverse opioid overdose. A person who is experiencing an overdose can't administer naloxone to themselves. Anyone can carry naloxone, give it to someone experiencing an overdose, and potentially save a life. That's why everyone should consider having naloxone. For more information, visit okimready.org. That's okimready.org. This program is funded by Northwestern Oklahoma State University, Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Prevention Services, and Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration.
The Alva Moose Lodge is a proud supporter of all Northwestern and Alva public school activities and strives to be the heart of the community through fundraisers and community-based events that make a difference in the lives of individuals, kids, and families throughout Northwest Oklahoma. On a national basis, the Moose Fraternity provides at-risk children with a second chance at life and its senior members a comforting retirement at its 5-star senior facility in Florida. If you would like to see how you can help make a difference in the lives of those in need, stop by the Alva Moose Lodge Monday through Saturday from 4 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. at 302 7th Street to learn more. Right fielder Chad Green will lead it off as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Rangers trailing it 2-1 to the Southwestern Bulldogs. As the count goes 2-0 now to Chad Green, and Dolich now, that was pitch number 91. He's given up just the 2 hits, a run. It was earned, 6 walks and a strikeout.
He's had a good outing.
The 2-0. Just a touch low. Count goes 3-0 now to Chad Green. He'll be followed by Chase Gordon and Hagen Barcelo due up for the Rangers.
He might be on a short leash at this point.
The 3-0. That's in there for a called strike. But again, we've seen the reliever they had, Tyler Fortin, out there. He started in the first, kind of throwing and kind of sat back down, went back throwing and sat down.
Yeah.
3-1, another strike delivered, that time by Dolich. So another full count, 3-2.
That wind is picking up a little bit. You can see it on the jerseys.
Tried the outside corner, but it was outside, so it's a leadoff walk drawn by Chad Green. Walk number 7 from Dolich. It's amazing to me when you have that many walks. Rangers just have not made him pay today, though.
No. Nope.
See if Chase Gordon can do so here. He's 0 for 1 today. Flew out to left in the first, walked and reached to second on the air in the fourth as Green had thought about heading to second. Instead, holds up and retreats back to first as the count moves to 1-0.
Yeah, that didn't get away very far. Not far enough. I mean, you're on first, nobody out. Pretty much a contact hitter here, I feel like, with Gordon. We just got to keep the ball out of the sky as much as we can.
Here's the 1-0. That one's outside. Count moves to 2-0 now to Chase Gordon.
We got a WWE former pitcher here. Matt Stratton joining us in the booth, former Ranger pitcher.
2-0 pitch. That's in there for a strike to Chase Gordon. Count moves to 2-1. Again, Hagen Barcelo on deck. Rangers trailing it 2-1 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bulldogs got 1 of the 2nd, 1 of the 4th. Rangers 1 in the bottom of the 5th. As that pitch just out. Count goes to 3-1 now. Dolich again has issued 7 free passes today. This could be number 8 here as he'll take a look at the runner at first. And he delivers. And it's ball 4. Back-to-back walks as Green now heads to second. Chase Gordon to first. So an interesting situation here as we'll see. Not going to see a mound visit as now Hagen Barcelo steps in. Barcelo 0 for 2 today with a pair of flyouts. 1 to right and last time up 1 to left in the 4th. First pitch is outside for ball 1. Count moves to 1-0 to Barcelo.
Sometimes things can get distracting in here.
A little bit. Here's the 1-0 to Barcelo, and Dolich delivers a called strike. Count evens up 1-1. No question that wind has picked up.
Yeah. Well, Matt's always had a set of good-looking legs, I think, you know. Tall, chisholmy.
The 1-1, and that's hit off the pitcher. Dolich will run it down and flip to first to get the first out. And Barcelo, Green does move to third. Gordon now to second, and that one hit right off Dolich, and again ricocheted to his left.
Yeah, just kind of, you know, baseball luck. And you know, that was a hit, automatic. And pitcher got his leg in the way.
So now we're going to see.
Do you have any kick saves when you were on the mound?
That was just an athletic move right
Athletic. He's pitched a good game.
So we're going to see another mound visit. They'll kind of let him throw in a few pitches just to make sure that he is okay. And Dolich, he's over 100 pitches right now. Again, but just has given up the 2 hits, but has issued 8 walks. Has hit right off his left leg.
Well, that was fortunate. I mean, not that it hit him, but I mean,
sure.
If the bases aren't full or a run hadn't scored, there's still nobody down.
So he threw a couple of pitches, and he looks like he's ready to go as he stays back out there. So Colby Grace will step in, and Grace is 0 for 2 today. Flew out to center in the second, grounded out to third in the fourth. Colby with an opportunity to give the Rangers a lead. Looks at strike 1 as, again, the tying run at third. The go-ahead run at second.
I just noticed right there that nobody waited for the center fielder to get in position. I don't know anybody was paying attention. He was out of position.
0-1 into the turf. Count evens up 1-1. Nice stop from Fufulis.
Excuse me, whether it's the catcher or the pitcher. I mean, as a pitcher, you're always checking your fielders, make sure they're ready before you rubber up there. And nobody from the bench said anything. So, anyway, no harm, no foul.
The 1-1. Caught the corner. Count goes to 1-2 now to Colby Grace.
Take it to right field. They're not going to come in on you.
An update real quick on Rangers softball. Northwestern looking to take this series. They lead Harding 4-2 in the bottom of the 6th.
That's awesome.
The 1-2 is outside. Count evens up 2-2 now. And Harding came in ranked 23rd in the entire country. Sitting in second in the GAC behind Southern Arkansas. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3 as he chased that one. A fake throw down to third and then throwing to first on the drop third strike. Strikeout number 2, though, from Dolich, and just like that, there's 2 down. So Harley Schaefer, the shortstop, will step in. He flew out to right in the second, walked and scored a run, which got the Rangers on the board last time up. It was an RBI single from Carson Wright that drove him in. And you remember that was an infield single. And Schaefer fouls that one back out of the press box. Count will be 0-1 to Harley Schaefer.
Going to need to get on top of these pitches.
The 0-1. Breaking ball is outside to Schaefer. Count evens up 1-1.
If Gordon gets a good bounce on the pitch and we get a single here, don't be surprised Coach Bowen sends him. And
the 1-1. Schaefer swings and misses there as that one was low. Count moves to 1-2 now. Again, we continue to see action in the bullpen. Shaw up for the Rangers. Tyler Fortin up for Swasu. The 1-2 is low into the turf. Count evens up 2-2 now.
Kind of shaking that arm and shoulder out there on the mound.
2 balls, 2 strikes to Harley Schaefer. And the delivery. That is hit into center, and back goes Gaunt. Now we'll stop. Come on, and he will make the grab for the final out, and the Rangers strand 2 more in scoring position.
Another can of corn.
Here in the 6th. There were no runs, no hits, no errors with 2 runners left on base. So we head to the top of the 7th. Southwestern still clinging to a 2-1 lead. Back to Meyer Stadium after this. It's Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Peak Environment provides leading lawn care services in Northwest Oklahoma with branches at Alva, Enid, and Woodward. When it comes to lawn care, Peak Environment has you covered all year long with quality, affordable services, including weed control, full-service mowing, and Christmas light installation, plus much more. Call Peak Environment today at 580-748-8003 to learn more and schedule your free quote on any service. That's 580-748-8003, proud supporter of all Ranger and Goldbug athletics.
Spring is here, and so are the savings from your friends at G&G Home Furnishings in Alva, as we want to remind you to shop local this spring if you're looking for that new piece of furniture for your home or business. G&G also has several new arrivals for you to browse and choose from, whether it's for your bedroom, dining room, or that workspace. As always, you can see our new line of products by visiting us online at gndhomefurnishings.com or come by and say hello and browse in person at 2107 College Boulevard right here in Alva.
Is your school or booster club looking for ways to fundraise? Let Downtown Threads in Enid, Oklahoma create a custom website to showcase all your school apparel. You pick the design and the gear, we do the rest. Downtown Threads handles all the payments and cuts you one check when the website is closed. Call today at 580-237-7060. That's 237-7060. Downtown Threads proudly supports Alva High School and Northwestern Oklahoma State University.
Top of the 7th we go here from Myers Stadium. Again, Southwestern leading it 2-1 over Northwestern. As again, leading things off will be the catcher, number 15, Eric Fufulis. He is 0 for 2 today, popped out to first in the second, flew out to right in the fourth. He'll be followed by, again, Mansour and Bodie Waller. Due up for the Bulldogs. First pitch upcoming to Fufulis, and a ground ball to the right side is a base hit into right, and a leadoff single from Fufulis. That'll be his first hit of the day. And the Bulldogs have the leadoff runner on. So Southwestern now with their 9th hit of the evening. And Mansour will step in. Again, now Rangers with 2 right-handers up. Again, we've seen Jacob Shaw warm up the last couple of innings or so. Mansour 1 for 3 today. Singled and stole a base last time up in the fourth. He's got a pair of groundouts to third in the first and the third. As he lays off there, as that breaking ball misses low and out of the zone for ball 1. On deck is Bodie Waller.
You know, is it too early to sack bunt here and get a third run? Is this going to be one of those National League scores?
It could be, and the way this one's gone, and that's like a lot of times you see that on that Friday night game is kind of more low scoring, but Fufulis with his lead from first, not much. The 1-0. Ground ball to third. 5 to 4, back to 3. It is in time, it is. And just like that, there's 2 down on the double play.
Great turn there at second. Great throw from third. Well done.
Second double play turned by the Rangers. The last one was a 4-6-3. So Northwestern now has turned 37 double plays this season. As Bodie Waller steps in with 2 down. He's 2 for 3 today. Pair of singles in the first and the third. Struck out swinging last time up in the fourth. First pitch swinging, chases that one high for for strike 1. The 0-1. And that one in and off the plate. Count evens up, a ball and a strike to Bodie Waller. The 1-1. Ground ball to second. Barcelo Fields throws to first, and another 4-3 putout for Barcelo as the Bulldogs go in order here in the 7th. They pick up no runs on 1 hit. There were no errors and no runners left on base. It's now time for our 7th inning stretch as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Rangers trail the Bulldogs 2-1. We'll be back after this here on the Ranger Sports Network 105.7. Welcome back to Myers Stadium as we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Rangers trailing it 2-1 to the Southwestern Bulldogs. As Dolich will come back out, face the Rangers here in the 7th. And leading things off for Northwestern will be the center fielder Trevor Sayre, who's 0 for 2 so far today. As Northwestern heads to the, well, actually, there's 2 down. Looks like in the top of the 7th. Rangers on top of Harding, still 4-2 in softball. First pitch to Trevor Sayre. Low and in for ball 1. Count moves to 1-0. Sayre grounded out to short in the 3rd, grounded back to the pitcher in the 5th. The 1-0. That's a called strike taken from Sayre. Count evens up 1-1. The reminder, be back tomorrow, pending, of course, obviously the weather. We'll see how that plays out. Doubleheader, 1 and 4. The 1-1 pitch. And a base hit back up the middle into center field as Trevor Sayre with a leadoff single. And the Rangers have got a runner aboard. Now an opportunity here with as well as he runs, Coach.
Yeah, and Coach is going through signs that hitter and runner's looking at. And visit to the mound coming out from the head coach, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so, and I think we're going to see a pitching change for the Bulldogs as it looks like Dolich's day will be done. As again, there's nobody out with a runner on first here in the bottom of the 7th. Is called the bullpen, brought to you by G&G Home Furnishings. Rangers trail it 2-1 to the Southwestern Bulldogs. We'll be back after this. It's Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network, 105.7.
The Nitram Company, your go-to rental company in Alva, is now offering insurance. From your home and car to your farm or business or a variety of rental properties, Nitram has you covered. Stop by Suite C in the Professional Building today and see Claudia Haltom or call their office at 580-609-3200. That's 580-609-3200 for more details. The Nitram Company, now your go-to for rentals and insurance. Proud supporters of all Ranger and Goldbug athletics.
Struggling with pain or mobility issues? At Ignite Physical Therapy in Alva, we provide expert hands-on care to help you heal faster and move better. With fellowship-trained specialists, you get the highest level of personalized treatment tailored to your needs, whether it's injury recovery, chronic pain, or post-surgical rehab. At Ignite, we believe in more than just treatment. We believe in your recovery. Experience the difference our expert care can make. Visit us at 520 Flynn Street or call at 580-327-3331 today. Ignite Physical Therapy, where healing begins with you.
Your agency of choice for all types of insurance is McDermott Insurance in Alva. For home, auto, farm, or business insurance, the McDermott Agency will protect what you value most by providing the best coverage and client service possible. To get your custom professional insurance review, call McDermott Insurance at 580-327-3500 or visit them at 526 Flynn Street in Alva. McDermott Insurance. They can't predict the future, but they can insure it.
Dingall Real Estate and Auction has been serving clients in Oklahoma and Kansas for nearly 37 years. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest, we are your real estate professionals. We will get you the top dollar for your property, whether it be at auction or private sale. Get with Dingall Real Estate and Auction if you're wanting to buy a ranch, good farmland, sell or lease minerals, or buy a home. Visit our website at dingallauction.com to browse available listings. Talk to Dean, Steve, or Todd at 580-327-8217 or stop by the office in Alva, where you're always greeted with a smile. Come and see us.
Tyler Fortin will be the new pitcher for the Bulldogs. He enters with a 2.91 earned run average. He's 1-0. This will be his 14th appearance. He's gone 21 2/3, 26 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned, 4 walks to 18 strikeouts. Teams are hitting .295 against him this season, as the first batter that Fortin will face will be Dylan Bradford as we go back to the top of the order. And again, nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th. Runner on first is Trevor Sayre. First pitch to Bradford is low for ball 1.
Yeah, it's see if this pitcher can find the strike zone. Just one pitch in, runner at 1, nobody down. Lefty versus lefty here, so.
Sayre with the lead from first. Here's the 1-0. Ground ball back up the middle. Is it going to get through? It is into center. Sayre's going to make the turn at second. He is headed for third, and he slides in safe at third, and nobody out. Runners at first and third now.
Speed. It hurts you every time. Great base running.
So now stepping in will be Carson Wright with the tying run at third, the go-ahead run at first. And now we're going to see another visit to the mound, and I'm not sure, and I think we're going to see another pitching change, it looks like, for Southwestern. So this call, the bullpen, brought to you by G&G Home Furnishings. We'll give you the new pitcher's numbers right after this. It's Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network, 105.7.
Looking for a family-friendly spot to unwind and enjoy delicious brews and food? Well, look no further than the Alva Beer Company. Our brewery and tap room offers a wide selection of craft beers, mouth-watering wood fire-style pizzas, fresh salads, and appetizers. Join us from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. on Friday and Saturday. We're nestled in the heart of downtown Alva. The Alva Beer Company offers up the perfect spot for locals and visitors alike. The Alva Beer Company, Plains beer for Plains people.
Get ready for the Monster Truck Spring Nationals. One giant night of destruction at Woodward, Oklahoma's Crystal Beach Stadium. Saturday, May 3rd at 8. History will be made with a huge Monster Truck backflip. Featured legendary monster trucks include Monster Patrol, Predator, Pouncer, Elder Abuse, Disorderly Conduct, and Monster Jam Star Redneck Rampage. Also, the Oklahoma Tough Truck Contest. Plus, take a ride on a real monster truck and more. Attend the pre-show pit party with VIP box seats or pit pass. Meet the drivers, take pics with the trucks, kids meet the minions, and get a free souvenir. Get tickets in Woodward at SBC Office Products, Napa Auto Parts, Cowboy Tack Shop, Woodward Steel, at the gate, or online at showclix.com. Sponsored by Barber Dyson Ford, Ken Cool, Sealing State Bank, K&S Tire, Brothers Collision Center, Enid Iron and Metal, NWEC, Macintosh Towing, and Holiday Inn Express. The Monster Truck Spring Nationals, May 3rd, 8 p.m., Woodward, Oklahoma. Don't you miss it.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company, older than Oklahoma, big enough to serve you and small enough to know you.
We love to give back to our customers. Did you know Alva State Bank offers a great rewards checking account program? That's right. You can earn cash back or high interest with our Kasasa accounts. We will even refund you up to $25 in ATM fees.
How do I qualify?
It's simple. Just swipe your debit card 12 times, sign up for online statements, and have one ACH credit or debit post to your account.
Can I do it online?
Yes. Just visit our website at www.alvastatebank.com to see if our Kasasa Rewards program is right for you.
We make banking easy. Whether you're at home, the office, or in your car, our online or mobile banking options help you juggle busy schedules and financial needs.
We plant roots where others have branches.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Well, the new pitcher for Southwestern will be number 18, the right-handed junior out of Paris, Texas, a transfer out of Carl Albert State College, number 18, Connor Watson. 6.53 earned run average. He's 3-2, 13 appearances, 20 2/3, 21 hits, 17 runs, 15 earned, 9 walks to 13 strikeouts. His team's hit .276 against him this season as he delivers a called strike to Carson Wright. Again, nobody out, runners on first and third for the Rangers. As he delivers to Wright, fouls that back out of play. Wright quickly behind in the count, 0-2. Carson 1 for 2 today. Had an RBI single last time up in the fifth, walked in the third, and grounded back to the pitcher in the first. Again, the tying run at third is Trevor Sayre. The 0-2. Ground ball hit sharply foul into the Southwestern dugout. So,
a little pinball action down there.
Count stays 0-2 now.
Just needed the ball into the outfield. Or a hit, obviously, but get the ball out of the infield here.
The 0-2 runner will go, and that is lifted down the right field line, and that will be foul. So the count stays at 0-2 as Bradford was on the move.
Going back through signs. Is that Sarah at third?
Sarah at third.
Talking to the third baseman instead of looking at the coach.
The 0-2 Bradford goes again, and again fouled back to the net, this time from Wright. So again, count stays 0-2 with nobody out. So right back into the box. The 0-2 pitch. Oh, and that one, I guess maybe a little low and out for ball one, but boy, that was close.
Too close to look at for Coach B here.
Count is 1-2 to Carson Wright. The 1-2 pitch, Bradford goes, grounder hit to second. That will not allow for a double play as the 4-3 throw as Carson Wright is out, but he does drive in the tying run as Trevor Sayre scores from third, and there's one out after the ground out RBI. So runner in scoring position for the Rangers as Connor Green steps in. So Carson Wright with his second RBI today has tied it up here in the bottom of the 7th inning. And stepping in will be Connor Green, who's hit into 2 double plays today, both 5-4-3, and struck out swinging in the first. The count moves to 0-1.
Well, 4 hits to their 9. Neither team has claimed this win, that's for sure.
The 0-1. Swung on and missed for strike 2, and Connor Green quickly down 0-2 now. Well, the interesting thing, again, Carson Wright has driven in both runs, and then Connor Jeffers both runs for Southwestern. So one guy doing it for both teams today.
It's the Connor evening.
Yeah. The 0-2. Fouled back to the net. Count stays at 0-2 as Connor Green gets a piece. Again, we're in the bottom of the 7th. If you just joined us, score tied at 2. Bulldogs have got 1 in the 2nd, 1 in the 4th. Rangers 1 in the 5th, and 1 more here in the bottom of the 7th. Again, second pitcher out of the pen, Connor Watson. The 0-2. Line foul, and that one into the Southwestern dugout. Had a few guys ducking out of the way of that one. Count stays at 0-2. That one again sharply hit.
Yeah, not sure why he's late. Been late on 2 of these pitches.
The 0-2, and now stepping off and faking a throw back is Watson. Getting back to second is Bradford.
Yeah, that was kind of unusual, too. He was off the bag 5 feet.
And Bradford again with great speed.
Now a better lead.
The 0-2. Lined into right field for a base hit. Burke is going to come up. Here's the throw into home. Bradford is going to slide in safe, and the Rangers have taken a 3-2 lead on the RBI single for Connor Green.
Good job of hitting there. Went with the pitch, line shot through, and great base running. The throw was a little bit, offline, and as short as he was when he made that throw, I thought he was going to have more on it, but Bradford got there to the plate almost, before the ball, I think. If the ball would have been at the plate, I think he would have still been safe. Great turn at third base.
So Chad Green now steps in with 1 out and a runner on first. He's walked twice today. He's 0 for 1 so far as it's ball 1 to Chad Green.
Now with it, it's not getting dark, but as it gets closer and closer to dusk, a good chance that the wind's going to settle just a little bit.
The 1-0 from Watson is outside for ball 2. Count moves to 2-0 now. In the continued action, the bullpen for the Bulldogs.
Well, this is a must-win, I believe, isn't it?
It is. 2-0 pitch is in there for a called strike.
And then they've got to I think they have to have some help additionally, maybe.
Yeah, it's what it sounded like. Is a win today and Oklahoma Baptist loss, I think, would secure a spot from what was communicated to us as the 2-1 is outside for ball 3. So a 3-1 count to the hitter Chad Green. Opportunity to draw what would be his third walk of the game here. Put 2 runners on with 1 out.
With Gordon coming on deck.
3-1 pitch. That's in there for a called strike. So now the count goes full, 3-2 to Chad Green.
Okay, are we going to send him on this pitch? I'm probably not, no.
3-2 pitch. Fouled back to the net. It looks like Connor was on the move. So count stays full, 3-2 to Chad Green.
I missed. Popcorn, peanuts.
3-2, that's line foul to the right as it gets out of play.
Beer. I hear we're going to do that next year.
Yeah.
No. Do they do that at the Big 12, NCAA?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
I guess we're just not quite that capable.
Not yet, anyway. 3-2 pitch, and that is ball 4. So another walk to Chad Green, his third of the day.
Pitcher did not like that call at all.
No, I think he thought he had the inside corner. So Chase Gordon will step in as Gordon is 0 for 1 today. He's also walked twice. The Rangers have walked 8 total times, I should say 9 total times today. As we see continued action, the Bulldogs do have a right-hander up in the bullpen.
Yeah, I'm going to make him throw me a good pitch. I don't want to say he's rattled, but he's not happy, the pitcher.
Watson with a delivery outside for ball 1 to Chase Gordon. Count is 1-0.
I am going to make him bring it to me if I'm at the plate.
Connor Green at second, his brother Chad at first. Just 1 out still here in the bottom of the 7th. The 1-0. And low for ball 2. So 2-0 now to Chase Gordon.
Oh, man, what if we had a guy, last name was Red? You got Red Green on the bases. Oh, that's a way old reference. Sorry. Sorry, folks. Sorry, younger generation.
The 2-0 pitch. Swung out and missed from Gordon. Count goes to 2-1 now.
See Dr. Dina Walker out in front of us, enjoying the ball game.
I believe Drew Pfeiffer is the right-hander up for the Bulldogs, and no longer now. Here's the 2-1. In there again, called strike. So Connor Watson has battled back. Count evens up 2-2 now.
Infield fly rule is in effect if he pops it up, but I think we've done a better job of keeping the ball out of the sky last inning or two.
The 2-2. That's lifted into left center, going back and making the grab be the left fielder Sullivan. Turns and throws this one back in. And so there's 2 down after the catch from Sullivan. And you're right, that's only just the second flyout in the last 3 innings.
Yeah. Got to make those adjustments.
So Hagen Barcelo will be the hitter. 0 for 3 today. Flew out to right in the 2nd, left in the 4th, and grounded back to the pitcher in the 6th. Opportunity here for Barcelo. First pitch. Called strike, count 0-1 to Hagen. 26 pitches thrown from Connor Watson since coming in for Tyler Fortin.
Little line drive.
The 0-1. 0 in, count evens up 1-1 to Hagen Barcelo. Jacob Shaw looks like, again, still up for the Rangers, somewhere in the bullpen. I think Dawson Toborg as well. There's the 1-1 to Barcelo. Grounder hit to short, and here's the throw to first in time for the 6-3 putout, and that will do it for the Rangers in the 7th, but they do take the lead for the first time today as they pick up 2 runs. It was done so on 3 hits. There were no errors with 2 runners left on base. Top of the 8th we go. Rangers lead the Bulldogs 3-2. Back to Myers Stadium after this as you're listening to Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network 105.7.
Holder Drug has been serving the community of Alva since 1952. When you are in need of medication, healthcare items, and more, look to none other than Holder Drug, Alva's local pharmacy. Holder Drug is locally and family owned and is always ready to serve you. They offer convenient drive-through pickup as well as free delivery with your medication. They also offer a number of gift ideas for those special holidays. For more information, visit their website, www.holderdrug.com, or stop by 513 Barnes Avenue in downtown Alva.
Community Bank has been serving Alva, Oklahoma and the surrounding area since 1984. Community Bank was founded by local community members who wanted to ensure the banking needs of the community were being met. It has been our goal since inception to provide customer-focused services and community development. Our customers are friends, neighbors, and never just a number. We believe in investing in our community, and we pride ourselves in being your hometown bank. Community Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Get no better deal in the country than at Croft Country, located in Alva, Oklahoma. Croft Country is the dealer for vehicles in Northwest Oklahoma. Croft Country is locally owned and operated since 1985, offering a full line of award-winning brands including Chevy and GMC. From the time you enter our showroom for sales or service, you can expect to be treated like family. So the next time you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, come see us right here in Alva, located at 401 East Oklahoma Boulevard.
Well, Rangers will go to Jacob Shaw to come in for Sandoval, who throws, 7 innings, 9 hits, 2 runs, both those earned, a walk, 2 strikeouts through 96 pitchers, and faced 29 batters. Shaw's numbers this season, Jacob enters with a 9.86 earned run average, 2-1, 15th appearance. He does have 2 saves, 21 innings, 33 hits, 27 runs, 23 earned, 14 walks, 21 strikeouts. Teams are hitting .344 against Shaw this season as he will face Gage Gaunt to lead things off.
So we're looking at 6 outs.
First pitch from Shaw, breaking ball. Miss there apparently for ball 1.
Yeah, you got to establish it. New pitcher. Blues got to get a good look.
The 1-0. That's in there. Count evens up 1-1. Gaunt will be followed by Ty Eastwood and Marcus Coronado due up for the Bulldogs.
You know, it's a big series. Just saw Dr. Randy Smith go by, former baseball coach and athletic director. And his wife, and it's always great when he's back in town.
That pitch was swung on and missed to Gaunt. Cat moves to 1-2. Again, Dolich went 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned 8 walks, 2 strikeouts for Southwestern. There's the 1-2 as it bounced in front of home plate. They will go down, appeal down to first. Gaunt did not go around. Cat evens up 2-2. Dolich, 118 pitches, faced 27 batters. And then, of course, Fortin came in and gave up the 1 hit, the run, threw 1 pitch and faced 1 batter. As the 2-2 misses, count goes full 3-2.
You know, both starters were respectable. I mean,
no doubt.
He gave up, more walks than you'd care for, but we didn't really punish him for it.
And it's a leadoff walk from Gage Gaunt, and leadoff runner is on after the walk issued from Jacob Shaw. So Ty Eastwood steps in. He is 0 for 3 today. Flew out to center in the 2nd, grounded out to 3rd in the 3rd, and grounded to short in the 5th. As Rangers again continue to have a right-hander up, and Coach Bowen is going to come out. And I don't know that we'll see a pitching change. This may just be a visit with Jacob Shaw. We'll take a 30-second break and come back as you're listening to Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Here in Northwest Oklahoma, we like to hit it out of the park when it comes to banking. Our knowledgeable teams know how to cover the bases and are ready and willing to help you with your financial goals. Stop by any of our branch locations in Alva, Enid, Woodward, and Cherokee, or call 580-327-1122 to schedule an appointment today. Bank Central, where we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
So the Rangers will make a pitching change as Jacob Shaw comes in to face 1 batter and gives up the walk to Gage Gaunt. We're going to give you the new pitcher's name and his numbers as we'll take another break. Again, nobody out here in the top of the 8th. Rangers on top 3-2. Bulldogs have a runner on first. This is Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
You put in the work, and every day you go out and prove it again. You're an expert in your field. That's what farmers do every day. They go out and get the job done. If that's you, then Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma wants to thank you. For a livestock or crop loan, equipment loan, ag real estate, or operating loan, we will tailor a loan to your needs. Talk to one of our ag specialists by phone or stop by a branch today. Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma, an equal housing opportunity lender. Online at farmcreditloans.com.
Hello, I'm Kai Flater with Great Plains Land Company. I've worked with clients all over the country to secure the best possible deals for their biggest asset, their land. But my favorite work is the work I do for the great people right here in Northwest Oklahoma and Southwest Kansas. If you're looking to sell or purchase land, let me show you how we can plan, market, and work to get you the best deals possible. You can reach me at 580-430-7005. Go Bugs and Ride Rangers Ride.
Do you need assistance taking care of yourself or a loved one? Beatles Nursing Home in Alva is here for you. We offer safe, high-quality, affordable nursing care while meeting all care guidelines for living. Call us at 580-327-1274 to learn more about our admissions process to place your loved one in our care. When it's time to choose a nursing home facility, we'll hope you'll consider Beatles Nursing Home located at 916 Noble Street in Alva.
So Rangers will go to the bullpen as Jacob Shaw comes in to face one batter and gives up the walk to the leadoff hitter, Gage Gaunt. As Rangers will go to the bullpen. It's called the bullpen, brought to you by G&G Home Furnishings. As Northwestern will turn things over to the 6'3" right-hander out of Iowa, the senior, number 16, Dawson Toborg. His numbers, 5.14 earned run average. He's 2-1. This will be his 18th appearance. He does have 3 saves. Toborg has gone 35 innings, given up 34 hits, 24 runs, just 20 earned, 11 walks to 32 strikeouts. Teams are hitting just 246 against Dawson Toborg this season.
He looks like a former teammate I had in St. Louis that wound up pitching for the Cardinals, John Fulgham. Comes right over the top, kind of barrel-chested, tall, just zing.
But again, he has been probably used the most out of that. So probably used the most, I think, out of the bullpen a lot of times.
Yeah. Well, a shutdown guy.
Yeah, they called upon one more time here on a Friday night. Final score in Rangers softball. Rangers do fall in the bottom of the 7th as Harding wins it 6-5.
So we'll rubber match tomorrow, right?
I think tomorrow at noon. As Ty Eastwood steps in, 0 for 3, runner's going to go. That's lifted into right. And Gaunt, he is going to have to return back to first. Here's the throw from Green to back to first, and it goes off the glove of the first baseman, Connor Green, and Gage Gaunt just got back.
Yeah, that's a good play. He made a good play out there, right? And couldn't dig it at first. Short hopped him.
So after the fly out from Eastwood, Marcus Coronado will step in.
Well, yeah, and I had discounted that guy's base running ability, and both you and Matt said, kind of questioned that. No, he's 10 of 12 or something, 8 of 10.
See if they decide to try and send him again as Coronado steps in, 1 for 3. Singleton scored a run in the second. Flew out to right in the third and grounded out to second in the fifth. As Toborg with a delivery. Fouled back to the net. That'll be 0-1 to Coronado.
I don't really notice. It used to be more common, but I don't really notice pitch outs anymore when we're anticipating stealing. Maybe that's because there was more stealing back in the day, and you could almost anticipate which one they were going to go on. So you'd pitch out. You had the runner, dead to rights pretty much.
Toborg with the 0-1. That's hit to first, fielded by Green, turns and throws to second, and Barcelo makes a shortstop Schaefer makes the play at second as they do get the lead runner.
Wow.
Because that was very close. That one could have easily popped out of the glove, and you had runners at first and second.
Well, and he was almost at the bag, too, when the ball got there. I mean, that was that was a gutsy play, and we pulled it off.
Definitely, it did work out as Campbell Sullivan steps in, who's 0 for 3 today. So fielder's choice for Marcus Coronado. Sullivan 0 for 3. He's also struck out once today. First pitch popped up, into shallow center, and it looks like Schaefer's going to call everybody off. He'll make the grab, and that'll do it for the Bulldogs here in the 8th. So in the 8th, Southwestern picks up no runs, no hits, no errors with a runner left on base. Bottom of the 8th we go. Rangers leading it 3-2. Back after this, as you're listening to Northwestern Baseball. Brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network, 105.7.
Anger, anxiety, worry, and disbelief, these are normal emotions to feel with an unplanned pregnancy. You have options, and you are not alone. Hope Pregnancy Center in Alva is a safe, confidential, and compassionate place to land. Hope offers free pregnancy testing and ultrasound, and you will be provided education for all your options. Remember, you aren't alone. We can help with hope. Visit thinkunpregnant.org. That's thinkunpregnant.org.
Since 2004, customers in Alva, Oklahoma have trusted K&S Tire for all their automotive needs. With over 40 years of experience in the business, we offer top quality replacement tires and outstanding vehicle service repairs. From routine maintenance to complex repairs, our skilled technicians have covered you. Drive with confidence and let us keep your vehicle running smoothly. Visit us at knstire.com or come by at 2590 College Boulevard here in Alva, Oklahoma. K&S Tire, where experience meets excellence.
To prevent medication from getting into the wrong hands, it is crucial to store it out of sight and out of the reach of children and visitors. In addition, it is important to dispose of unwanted, expired, and unused medications in a safe manner. For more information, visit okimready.org. That's okimready.org, or call 988 Oklahoma's Mental Health Lifeline. This program is funded by Northwestern Oklahoma State University, Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Prevention Services, and Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration.
Welcome back as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Rangers on top 3-2. As leading things off for Northwestern will be third baseman Colby Grace, who's 0 for 3 today. His first pitch from Watson is inside for ball 1. Colby Grace will be followed by Harley Schaefer and Trevor Sayre due up for the Rangers. Again, Northwestern leads Southwestern 3-2 here in a single 9-inning game. Again, the doubleheader tomorrow at 1 and 4. As here's the 1-0. Inside that time. Count goes to 2-0 to Grace, who's 0 for 3 today. Flew out to center in the second, grounded out to third in the fourth, and struck out swinging last time up in the 6th.
Man, I hated overnights. So you make something happen here.
The 2-0, and it's low for ball 3.
But don't go chasing, trying to get that hit.
Especially now up 3-0.
Yep.
3 balls, no strikes to Colby Grace. And the delivery. Inside for ball 4 on 4 straight pitches, so Rangers have the leadoff runner on once more in back-to-back innings. Actually make that, I believe this is the 4th straight inning that the Rangers have had the leadoff runner on.
Yeah.
And now the Southwestern coach is going to come out and have a word, looks like with the home plate umpire, and not sure exactly what he's having the conversation about, but
no, I think
both of them now really.
He's objecting to that being called a ball.
So the conversation is still being had just to the right outside the batter's box, and that's head coach J.R. Head in his first season. He gets his point across. Home plate umpire goes back to go behind.
It's not going to make any difference. Blue's been consistent all game. He's had some calls maybe gotten past him, sure. But as a pitcher, you don't stand up there and shake your head and, that comes by and bites you.
Schaefer with a bunt attempt down the third base line, and that one's going to stay fair as Connor Watson decided not to pick it up, and now runners at first and second for the Rangers.
That's where it came back and bit you.
Yeah, we get plays like that. That's definitely frustrating.
Well, you can be frustrated as a pitcher and not get a call, but demonstrating about it is not helpful.
That looks like Head coach J.R. Head is going to go out to the mound for another mound visit brought to you by Ignite Physical Therapy. So we're going to take a timeout and come back. We'll see if the Bulldogs make a pitching change. Rangers with 2 runners on, nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th. It's Northwestern Baseball brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
The Tacoma Farmers Co-op is a proud supporter of Ranger and Goldbug activities since 1916. They have been here to serve you with all your farming and ranching needs with a wide range of goods and services from fuel, hardware, fencing, tires, feed and seed, plus fertilizer. They're here to meet your needs. Choose to trade with a co-op that gives its profits back to you. To learn about the Tacoma Co-op Advantage, stop by one of 5 locations in Moreland, Freedom, Winoka, Jet, and Tacoma, or visit them at tacomacoop.com and get a better service at a better place.
Welcome back to Myers Stadium as the conference on the mound is over. Head coach J.R. Head heads back to the Southwestern dugout. And the runners now for Northwestern will go now have a word with head coach Ryan Bowen just out to the left. And again, Colby Grace led over the walk, and there was a bunt single from Harley Schaefer that advanced Grace to second. Now Trevor Sayre is going to step in, and Sayre is 1 for 3 today at the plate. As Coach Bowen and one of his first base coach and the 2 guys on and the guy at the plate all still having a conference out near that Ranger logo to the left. Now runners will head to their bases as Colby Grace to second, Harley Schaefer at first. As Trevor Sayre is going to step in, grounded out to short in the 3rd, back to the pitcher in the 5th, and singled and scored a run in the 7th, which tied the game up. So here we go, Connor Watson ready to go. First pitch, and he'll step off and fake a throw back to second as Trevor Sayre did show bunt that time.
Yeah, that move to second showed the bunt intent.
See if Sayre sticks with it here. Showing bunt. Watson delivers. Bunt attempt down the first base line. Going to be fielded. Here's the throw to third. Not in time, and everybody's going to be safe. Great hustle there from Colby Grace to slide in safely at third.
Going to contest something here.
Oh, you're right, and head coach J.R. Head's going to come back out now. Boy, you saw a lot of movement from Southwestern defensively a little bit there.
Well, the second baseman took off to third, got ahead of the runner and was there. So what Coach is saying is that this bat that we used for the bunt prevented them from making a clean play at third.
See, and now, so all of a sudden the crew is going to come in and have a word about this. As it stands right now, it's back-to-back bunt singles for the Rangers, which has loaded the bases with nobody out. And we'd go back to the top of the order with Bradford, so the crew will come together and we'll see what kind of decision they make here.
In the world of pre-replay, if I'm plate umpire, I'm not changing a thing. There's no rule that says the bat has to come into foul territory. It's got to be not a part of the play.
Which, of course, no replay in conference games. We did get to use it during non-conference, but now next season that may be different where we have it.
Yeah. If it's not clear and obvious, you can't overturn.
Boy, now you talk about a really big opportunity here now if you're Northwestern with the bases loaded and Dylan Bradford and really a chance to break this game open.
What kind of contact has he had tonight?
He's got back-to-back singles and he's walked twice. So Bradford has had 4 very good plate appearances. And he's also stole a base. And, you know, bases loaded this season for Dylan Bradford. He is just 1 of 6, hitting 167. So this is just to be the 7th time this season he's hit with the bases loaded, which kind of probably expect that a lot of times your leadoff hitter. But
yeah. Well, if the call doesn't go this way, expect their manager to get himself tossed. I mean, this is what happened.
This is a very long conversation still happening.
Yeah. One of the college games I did years and years ago had to toss a college coach because he wanted to be tossed.
Here we go.
So,
looks like we got the safe call.
Yeah.
So we will stay with what was called on the field. So everyone is going to be safe. As again, that throw from Jeffers is the first baseman charged. Threw to Eastwood at third, and again, sliding safely was Colby Grace. So now, the umpires in the field still having a word with head coach J.R. Head of Southwestern as Watson gets to throw a few kind of pitches here. So Grace will be at third, Schaefer at second, Trevor Sayre at first. And now Dylan Bradford will step in with nobody out and the bases loaded. Bradford walked in the first, walked in the third, singled in the fifth, stole a base, and singled and scored a run in the seventh. We told you 1 for 6 this season as Bradford with the bases loaded. Infield in for Southwestern. First pitch, low for ball 1 to Bradford.
Infield fly rule's in effect. Bases full, nobody out.
And you know the ball's coming home if it's a ground ball in the infield.
Yep. That's why you got to get it to the outfield if making contact with it.
That or a sharply hit one through one of the holes.
Yeah.
Here's the 1-0. Bradford ground ball back up the middle. Diving stop by the second baseman who throws to first in time. But it is a RBI ground out from Bradford as Grace scores from third. And I'm going to tell you what, the second baseman,
he's had some plays.
Mansour has made 2 really big plays in that one there.
Yeah. You know, even if he was back in a more normal position instead of up on the fringe, you know, expecting to come home, he might have been able to have a better angle at it, but he still wouldn't have had the time to get that throw home.
So with 1 out, Carson Wright steps in. Schaefer at third, Sayre at second.
You're a good pitch.
First pitch to Wright. Cold strike. Count will be 0-1 to Carson Wright, who's 1 for 3 today.
I believe that's what you call hanging a curveball.
Grounded the pitcher in the first, walked in the third, RBI single in the fifth, and an RBI ground out to second in the seventh. The 0-1. Upstairs for ball 1 to Carson Wright. Count evens up 1-1 now. Again, first base is open. Schaefer at third, Sayre at second.
How shallow the right fielder is.
The 1-1. Caught the corner. Count moves to 1-2 now. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to Carson Wright. Again, if you just joined us, we're here in the bottom of the 8th. Rangers leading at 4-2. After Bradford had the RBI ground out, driving in Colby Grace from third. 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3, and there's 2 down. So now to the plate will be the first baseman, Connor Green. Green again started 0 for 3 as he'd struck out and hit 2 double plays, but we did deliver last time up in the 7th, had the RBI single. And ultimately, they gave the Rangers a 3-2 lead. So Connor Watson ready to go. First pitch. Hit foul to the right as it gets out of play. And boy, that baseball gets a little tougher to see from back here.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's been behind on most of his pitches today at the plate.
I meant just me, but
no.
Count is 0-1. There's a ground ball to third. Eastwood's going to field. He's going to have to hurry this throw to first. Is it in time? It is for the 5-3 putout. And that will do it for the Rangers here in the 8th as they do scratch 1 more run across. It was done so on 2 hits. There were no errors with 2 runners left on base. Top of the 9th we go. Last chance for the Bulldogs when we come back as they're down to their final 3 outs. Rangers lead at 4-2. This is Northwestern Baseball brought to you by Holder Drug on the Rangers Sports Network.
Northwestern Oklahoma State University is the university for you. With small class sizes, our professors are focused on you and your education. Located in Alva, Enid, Woodward, the University Center in Ponca City, along with many online options, you can start earning your degree. Call us today at 580-327-1700 or see our options at nwosu.edu. You'll soon find that success lives here. That's Northwestern Oklahoma State University. Ride, Rangers, ride.
818 Diner has consistently provided the city of Alva with quality comfort food and great service since opening in 2019. Join us for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Some of our popular menu items to choose from include the BCB burger, the French dip, and our staples such as Terry's Chicken Fried Steak, Don's Hamburger Steak, and Joe's Chicken Tenders. Open Monday and Wednesday through Sunday from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and open for dinner Wednesday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So if you want a variety of menu items and friendly service to give you that local diner feeling, visit 818 Diner right here in Alva.
Welcome back to Meyer Stadium as we head to the top of the ninth. Rangers lead it 4-2 as again they trailed 2-0 heading into the fifth. Got one in the fifth, two more in the seventh, and one more in the eighth. As Northwestern with a 4-2 lead, they will turn the ball back over again to Dawson Toborg with an opportunity to close this one out here in the ninth. And leading things off for the Bulldogs will be Reese Burke, followed by Connor Jeffers and Eric Fufulis due up for Southwestern. Reese Burke will step in. Walked in the second, doubled and scored a run in the fourth, grounded out to second last time up in the sixth. Again, the 7, 8, 9 hitter for Southwestern in the ninth. First pitch from Toborg. Towering fly ball. This has popped up, and I've absolutely lost this one.
First baseman can't see it. Catcher's on it.
And what a pitch here in foul territory in front of the Southwestern bench by Chase Gordon. And there's one down.
He's got game.
Certainly does. Seen him make a few of those plays this year.
Yeah.
Then again, that ball, once it gets above the press box,
Well, pitcher couldn't find it, first baseman couldn't find it, and Gordon was on it from the minute it left the bat. I mean, he tracked it, and it was up there quite a ways.
Connor Jeffers, who's 2 for 3, he's drove in the 2 runs today for the Bulldogs. First pitch to Jeffers. This is hit into center. Coming up will be Sayre. Makes the grab on the run. And how about that? 2 pitches, 2 outs, and the Bulldogs down to their final out. Of course, right after this, we'll have our McDermott Insurance post-game show and wrap it up. We'll go through your final numbers and get you ready for tomorrow's doubleheader. Stepping in, Eric Fufulis. 1 for 3 today. He did single last time up in the 7th. First pitch, Toborg. Foul out of play to the right. Count will be 0-1 to Fufulis. And the Bulldogs have stranded 7. Rangers have stranded 11 runners today. Bulldogs do have 2 doubles. Those were very early on. No triples, no home runs or doubles for the Rangers today, but they have walked 10 times. That wind really picking up.
Yeah.
Here's the 0-1. It's hit into center, and this should do it. Sayre will camp underneath it, make the grab for the final out, and the Bulldogs go in order as the Rangers come back to win this one. Again, scoring 4 runs from the 5th into the 8th. 4-2 is your final score as Northwestern's 6-game losing streak is over as the Rangers improved to 28-20, 15-16 in Great American Conference play, 16-8 here at home. Southwestern drops to 24-21, 11-19, and now 7-12 away from Weatherford. 4-2 is your final score. Rangers win it here tonight. We'll take a timeout, and our McDermott Insurance post-game show begins next. You're listening to Northwestern Baseball, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network.
Naloxone is a medication designed to rapidly reverse opioid overdose. A person who is experiencing an overdose can't administer naloxone to themselves. Anyone can carry naloxone, give it to someone experiencing an overdose, and potentially save a life. That's why everyone should consider having naloxone. For more information, visit okimready.org. That's okimready.org. This program is funded by Northwestern Oklahoma State University, Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Prevention Services, and Substance Abuse Mental Health Services Administration.
The Alva Moose Lodge is a proud supporter of all Northwestern and Alva public school activities and strives to be the heart of the community through fundraisers and community-based events that make a difference in the lives of individuals, kids, and families throughout Northwest Oklahoma. On a national basis, the Moose Fraternity provides at-risk children with a second chance at life and its senior members a comforting retirement at its 5-star senior facility in Florida. If you would like to see how you can help make a difference in the lives of those in need, stop by the Alva Moose Lodge Monday through Saturday from 4 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. at 302 7th Street to learn more.
Peak Environment provides leading lawn care services in Northwest Oklahoma with branches at Alva, Enid, and Woodward. When it comes to lawn care, Peak Environment has you covered all year long with quality, affordable services, including weed control, full-service mowing, and Christmas light installation, plus much more. Call Peak Environment today at 580-748-8003 to learn more and schedule your free quote on any service. That's 580-748-8003. Proud supporter of all Ranger and Goldbug athletics.
Welcome back to Meyer Stadium as we wrap it up with our McDermott Insurance postgame show. The Rangers a winner today by a final score of 4-2. Before we get to our final numbers, Coach, I know this was a little bit tough through the first 4 or 5 innings. Rangers not able to come up with that hit, and the first hit comes in the 5th. They get the run and had to kind of gritty victory, I guess you could kind of say today.
Yeah, I was hoping at some point we were going to come around and get after things, better than what we did early on. But, Southwestern got on us early, and not a big lead. I mean, 2 good pitchers, I felt like, starters. And but we finally started getting the ball down more when we were hitting it, and that made a difference. You just can't continue to hit cans of corn into the wind and expect good things to happen.
No, and Logan Sandoval, again, another outstanding freshman. Of course, normally you'd see Will Cates on that Friday night. Not tonight. Sandoval comes in, and I thought pitched extremely well for a freshman.
Yeah, he did, when the Arkansas swing, wherever they came back from this most recent time, and Cates did too. We're getting some pitching performances. We've just got to get the runners on base. We've got to make good base running decisions, and we've got to get them home. And, that things will take care of themselves if we do that. I mean, it sounds real easy, I understand, but it's about, getting contact when you need to make contact, hitting the ball down as opposed to up, when the wind is against you, just recognizing things you need to do to get runs across the plate. And we finally figured that out the second half of the game.
Let's go through your final numbers brought to you by the Alva Moose Lodge. Southwestern sends 34 to the plate, 2 runs, 9 hits. Waller and Jeffers both with 2 each. Jeffers had the 2 RBIs. They walked twice, struck out only twice, and they left 7 runners on. The Rangers sent 29 to the plate, 4 runs, 7 hits. Bradford with 2, Sayre with 2. The 2 RBIs belonging to Carson Wright to lead the way. Rangers walked 10 times today. In fact, Chad Green with 3. Gordon also walked twice and Bradford twice. 3 strikeouts today for the Rangers. I think that's kind of an impressive number. Both teams only striking out 5 times today.
Well, that and also being patient at the plate and taking those walks, getting those guys on base. That's the first thing that has to happen, and then you move them, and then you score them. But, the 10 walks is pretty impressive. I mean, Southwestern's pitchers weren't wild or anything necessarily,
no.
But we were a little bit more selective tonight, I think.
Well, the Rangers did leave 11 runners on base as Connor Green led with 4. Rangers again got their actually Southwestern got it started with 1 in the second, 1 in the fourth, and that was it for them as they finished with 2 runs, 9 hits, and an error. Rangers 1 in the 5th, 2 in the 7th, 1 more in the 8th, 4 runs on 7 hits, no errors as Sandoval picks up his 4th victory of the year. 7 innings, 9 hits, 2 runs, both earned, a walk, 2 strikeouts, and 29 batters faced. And again, Dolich again for Southwestern, 6 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 8 walks, 2 strikeouts, 27 batters faced. As Fortin again will take the loss as he moves to 1-1. Gave up the 1 hit, the 1 run, it was earned, and 1 batters faced. As again, the official time on this one is it ended right at, let's say, 8:35 p.m. So 2 hours and 33 minutes of baseball today.
Well, that's good pitching, and you just mentioned something that I was a little bit fearing as the game was going, is that the guys deserved to give Sandoval a victory.
They did.
And so, I mean, that when your pitcher is doing well, you want to reward them with a win, and we did. So, and the other thing tomorrow is I just cross our fingers we can get these games in, and the weather stays away. And Weatherford, Southwestern's a good club, and I like the way they comported themselves this evening, and I expect they'll be here all in tomorrow.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. Of course, 70% chance of rain through the area. We'll do our best to kind of keep everybody updated with kind of live updates or, through posts on Facebook as well, too. But final score in this one, Rangers win at 4-2. Coach, appreciate it. Enjoyed it. Let's go do this again tomorrow.
Sounds good. Thanks, Dustin.
All right, thanks again to Steve Barrows for joining us here for the broadcast. And again, a big shout-out to also to former Ranger baseball player Dashel Johnson for getting thrown out the first pitch. And I want to thank him for coming up, taking time to talk to us here tonight. And congratulations to him on that outstanding graduate that he's going to receive tomorrow for the Northwestern Alumni Association Foundation against Spring Reunion. But final score, final time, Rangers win it 4-2 in 9 innings here today. And again, Game 2 and Game 3 tomorrow. Again, 1 o'clock, 4 o'clock start time. Again, our pregame show set to begin at 12:45, pending the weather. And again, we'll have updates for everybody out there as well. So again, appreciate Dashel Johnson, for Steve Barrows, for Dustin Goodnow. This is saying so long from Glass Family Field at Meyer Stadium. And we'll see you back here tomorrow afternoon, Ranger Nation.